This is Hidden Heavens, Campaign 8, Episode 11. He wants to
Sorry
do the
about that.
recap real quick.
Sorry, my dad was yelling at me about pizza.
All good.
I'll do the recap.
Yeah, you weren't
So
here,
last
buddy.
time stuff happened, I don't know what happened.
But
So
I
I'm
woke
as
up and
lost
I
as
All
put
right,
you.
$20 in
Virtue.
my
I
pocket.
trust you. You keep notes.
Remarkably, I actually haven't been doing very well at keeping notes lately.
Oh,
However,
no.
I do remember what happened.
Okay.
All right, so we
What
decided to take a
happened?
long rest because Virtue's in bad shape, and everyone else was like, you know what? Clearly, we need to rest. We're hanging out,
How is Virtue
and
almost
they're
dead again?
knocking at the door, and it's supposedly a bugbear, and then it's a hobgoblin, and then we find out that in actuality, it's neither of those things. It's a pit fiend. Marchione manages to talk our way out of that.
Internally
Very
screaming all the while.
Good job, man.
Yep. We slowly make our way over to the loot room, discover that it's got a mechanic where you'll just die if you're unlucky. Decide, fuck that shit, we're out. Got rid of the weird parasite that Virtue had. And
After I was stuck on customer service for a hot minute.
yeah, customer service as hell. And then we got an advertisement to visit a magic item shop where time flows differently than it does in the rest of the world. So we took that up and we are now over there checking out some fancy stuff.
Are we moving in stereo?
One of the options that he had for sale is a very fancy, magnificent mansion as an item.
Yeah.
That
Is
looks
that the
Wizard Tower.
really
deployable one?
tempting.
I mean, I can get the basic Wizard Tower spell in a hot minute, but the Magnificent Mansion is definitely higher tier than what I'm capable of right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's only a 7th level spell.
But is it cursed?
Yeah. Also, there was a
Always
vault.
a good
Were you there for
question.
that, Keffy?
No.
So, yeah.
Did the Hobgoblin Baylor thing? I didn't get him, did I?
No. No. The
I
pit
blame
fiend.
Virtue for that.
With my dice rolls, do you think you could have done that?
I blame Virtue for that.
Do you know the CR of a pit fiend?
Probably better than the half my level.
It's like
Yeah.
19, 20, somewhere in there.
Okay, so it couldn't have been done.
Well, I don't know about
Yep.
that, but you don't
Hey,
know about
I
that
can't.
yet.
I can't
With
account
me
in.
rolling the dice, it was not gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Plus, let's just say there are ways to go beyond level 20.
It's how you go even further beyond. Ah!
It requires screaming intensely for 12 hours.
12 hours. That's a
And
little
then you
much.
become a natural blonde.
I can do 10 hours, but 12 hours is a bit much.
And you get free shocking grasp among your hair.
You become part porcupine.
And your hair becomes a solid object.
I thought it already was.
No, it's incorporeal. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I'm trying to find the board that I had that I had for the stuff. And it's not going great.
You lost it, didn't you?
Yes I did. Yes I did.
You're hopeless.
I'm going down the list. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
He'll find it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely did want to get that bow for Moriana.
Okay, I found it. It's okay, cool. I got this. All right.
Sure.
Toggle cut in.
That is
Hey, there's my green underwear.
What do you go?
There we go. This is much better than the frickin' backpack place.
I mean, this part's the shop.
Yeah, it already feels homier than the other place. There's no trolls sitting there getting drunk.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, yeah,
Just an insane gnome.
yeah. Literally an insane no. You want to go ahead and read that for everyone?
Let's see, where was that at? Something is strange about the gnome. His memory is addled. It's like something long standing has left a mark upon his brain. An impression from consistent influences that effectively became permanent. And the source was magical. The result? He's insane.
Man,
Imagine what he could do if he wasn't insane.
Probably do better sales.
Talk about his grandkids.
luckily.
Not
So
be
he's
single.
currently moving a bunch of boxes around, and he starts to move stuff. And he looks around for his glasses. He can't find it. There is a green potion in front of him. He says, "Is this what I'm looking for? Hold on."
No,
Roll
I think
me.
you're looking for your glasses, aren't you?
Oh, yes, of course. He turns around. Roll me an Arcana.
Are they on his head?
They are, in fact, under his hat.
I will gently mage hand to put them down on him.
Okay. Before you do that, go ahead and roll me
I got a nat 20 for 21.
That is a potion of That is a
Wow.
potion of lucidity.
You know, maybe you should drink that anyway, though.
Are you sure?
Say that again?
Lucidity. What does that mean?
It's superior hydration.
I think it's a
It's-
potion that helps get you hard.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
That's
great.
rigidity.
Is that the same
Um,
thing?
No.
Roll me a perception, everyone.
Oh boy.
19.
14.
19.
And that's with a plus 9.
7.
Okay. Everyone, roll me Arcana.
Damn. Okay.
4.
8.
13.
14.
Marchione, you recognize the spell Shatter. Something shatters the glass.
Oh, that's not good.
Joey doesn't
Oh.
want him.
Butterfingers. I must have squeezed too hard.
Oh. Oh no.
I don't
That's quite the
think it
grip
was.
swing.
Oh, yeah.
He's cursed, isn't he? Oh, he's definitely cursed.
Now, if only we had a cleric with 5th level spells.
Or the helmet.
Maybe possibly he's been affected by wild magic. Or raw
Wild?
magic.
No, I'm not wild. You're wild.
I didn't. Looks over at the
Oh,
king.
wow.
I shaved my
missing an
beard.
eye.
No, not my beard. My teeth. See? He shows his sharpened teeth.
Oh no, his main goal is to blow up. And
Roll
then act
a,
like you don't know nobody.
Roll me a nature check, everyone.
Oh boy. 18.
17.
13.
Woo!
I am consistently rolling 13.
I'm gonna send you something. You realize this
Oh, boy.
privately.
He's a goblin, isn't he?
Damn, goblin out here wearing gnome face.
Oh! I'm gonna whisper that to Marchione. I think that's a red cap.
Oh. Oh no. Do you think one of them is around as well, if there's a red cap here?
No, nope, it's blue, guys. That's what you're talking about. His hat's blue.
He's not carrying any equipment that would indicate he's one of those.
He may have it, misplaced it. He seems to do that a lot.
Hold on, wait a minute. I start to remember. Hold on. He starts sitting on a box as he's licking his fingers repulsively. You notice there's a small amount of potion on his fingers.
Do you need help moving boxes?
He looks at you and says, "Oh, yes, please. Can you start with this box?" And he hands you a small black box with a lock on it.
Okay. Hey guys, I got a box here. Help me open it.
It's really fucking heavy. You can barely
No.
hold it.
Ugh. Ugh. Guys.
You get
Ugh. I got a box.
It's the size of a jewelry box.
you
So,
have
Not
an
a
it
issue
jewelry
fits
with
box,
in my
sorry,
hand.
like a little ring box.
It's the
Oh,
weight of
even
his sit.
smaller.
It's getting so small, it's
Oh my
microscopic.
god, he's proposing to us.
I don't know. Am I proposing with the weight of Oh, I don't know what that actually is. Never mind.
Really heavy.
Of an
Proposed
elephant?
in the way of really heavy.
Is a really heavy elephant here? The thing weighs close to 3,000 pounds. I'm telling you.
The lock
Sure.
starts
Hey,
to shake
old man.
slightly.
What is this?
I don't know. It just showed up in storage one day, he says. Bless
Does
it.
Marchione
I
see
think the
anything with
key's
the
on the
special
barrel
eyes?
over there if you want to open it up and see what's inside.
I'll set on the barrel over here. Is the
It's
barrel
probably
crack
just
under
gonna
it?
fall through it.
Does it?
It does, yes.
Okay. Well,
That's interesting.
Does
What was-
Marchione see anything with his special eyes?
With my special eyes.
Your brand.
That lock is made of some kind of dark fire.
What in the fuck? Can I Arcana roll that?
Roll it.
I'm rolling it. 8.
Oh,
I ain't getting
no.
shit right now.
Sounds like you might
That's
need some skittering assistance.
Mayhaps.
Serious.
what makes it so heavy? I'm looking for the key.
The key
And
is
there he
on the
goes.
ground next to the box.
It's
I
a
haven't
just inside
unlocked
my
that quite
heavy up.
yet.
He doesn't know anything's wrong.
You don't think I should, Virtue?
Yeah,
Oh,
Because let's
okay.
be honest, Marchione is not exactly the kind of guy to necessarily tell you immediately there's danger. He can kind of, especially for the more expendable members of the party, wait and see what happens.
Well,
Virtue is very
if
perturbed
Virtue's
by the
saying,
fact that this is an extremely heavy, very small box.
You're like,
Like, to
that's
her,
kind of weird.
that shit's probably at the very least cursed.
Nah,
Oh,
it's
probably
not
definitely
cursed.
is for
How
us.
can it be cursed? Clearly, it's not
By
cursed.
someone
Just
cursing
open it.
it.
It's fine.
I
Just open
actually,
it.
I'm
you're
gonna
only
insight.
cursed if you're
I'm
believing
gonna insight the
curses.
motherfucker.
Roll it.
Same.
17.
You
He's
feel some
gone.
kind of magical
21.
stunting, as if you can't quite discern his intentions. It's like as
Damn.
if the moment you come to think about it, something magically shifts your attention elsewhere.
I don't trust it.
It is clearly the effect of a spell if you pass an Arcana check of DC 20.
Would my DC 21 insight be able to bypass it?
24.
It's a spell, brother. He's got a spell that protects him from insight.
What the heck?
Seeming.
Yep, I believe so, actually. I just don't remember the name of the spell.
I don't think you should open it until I have the time to identify it.
I can't carry this around.
Then set it down on the floor.
It
It
is?
is on the floor.
Good. Then I
So
will
just for a
start
little
my
bit of
work.
bookkeeping,
Also,
What
seeming is very useful for bards.
Seeming is useful for everything.
Here's your key then. You'll give them the key.
For a little bit of bookkeeping, what
Thank
would the
I'm going to
bard
start
shoes that I
ritual
had sell
casting
for?
identifying this box and the key.
Hold on, wait. There's too many people talking. Let's go one by one. All right. First of all, what are you doing, Ruchi?
I'm wanting to sell those shoes that we got earlier.
The shoes. What shoes?
The bard shoes, the uncommon bard shoes.
Okay.
Jamis's dancing shoes.
Genesis dancing shoes. Let me look at it. Is it good? Oh man, that's sad though. You want you can't justify keeping it though.
Exactly, especially because we need a little bit more money to get that bow from Moriala.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah. It's too metagamey, but man, if you just accumulated all the bard gear, you'd have
That
the
ball
most
would just
tricked
be
out bard in
one
the
shot.
universe.
Honestly, yeah.
Out here, just preparing the ritual to summon Tom Bombadil.
Yee ho! Attacks don't bother me because I don't give a fuck. And because I don't give a fuck, they don't do anything. It's basically what he is. He will give you 500 gold for that.
That is exceptionally little.
Haggle with him.
It's an uncommon item.
That's fair, I guess. Well, that's enough to be able to bump us into being able to get that from Moriala, so I guess that's fine.
You're a terrible barter.
Listen,
This
haggling
accepts it.
is charisma based. I've got a freaking -1. I'm not even gonna try because the price is just gonna go up. Or down in this case.
You're really just gonna give that to me for 500? That's such
Negative
high
stop.
quality.
Hey, getting one of that potion of rigidness? She could use some for her mind.
I don't think you should take it, says the symbiote.
The symbiote that Belinda took.
Yeah. His voice echoes out, I don't think you should take it. It's bad juju.
He's sitting there on the shelf in a jar.
Oh, sure, because you
Wait,
sorry. Because anyone could hear you down here.
Oh, you think the symbiote is your ally?
Anyone want to put me in their body again? No? Okay. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Mirror.
Wait for Moriala. Sorry, no Moriala.
So basically,
Marchione.
chains is a symbol trap that if you break the chains instead of unlocking them, they release a symbol.
But you'll never break the chain.
Yeah. Which, if you don't remember, is 88 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
So cool.
I could break the chain. Give me
We're
a big
buying
enough
that bow
crowbar.
from Mariala real quick, by the way.
I believe there was a mention of pins to go into a spell book as well.
Of course, here you go. He sells you the PHP price of times 10, of course, of the thing.
Do what?
Talking about the badge of this event.
Yeah.
Alright, Mariella, how much gold are you short from buying that?
If we do, was the original 2519 before the 500? Because if so, then it'd be 5938, which is which the bow was 5,500. Tap tap dice.
Are you further away from your mic than usual?
No,
I
I'm
don't hear
using
you.
Bluetooth. You can tone me out. I'm gonna grab my laptop charger. Okay. Nope. Yoink.
All right, so what do you guys do?
It was. I'm still identifying the one little box thing. That's taking
Yeah,
like
that's
10
what you
minutes.
that's what you've gotten. I told you.
Hmm?
It is simply
No chains.
it is a box that contains a certain amount of mass, and there's a light inside.
Rich and
Strange.
Moriala pulled their money along with the shoes to get that bow for, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
Yippee!
Add it to the
And now,
bookkeeping. Make sure you have it.
Yep, adding it now.
Can I open up the box now? Hey. Hey, can I open up the box now?
I'm not getting anything immediately. There's a light and there's evidently a sheer amount of mass.
It's heavy.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
Would I have ever read anything about this kind of thing before?
No. Well, actually, roll me religion.
Hey, Finn.
14.
Okay. You remember a child rhyme talking about putting light in a pocket?
Do I remember if it was one of those actually kind of morbid child rhymes, or was it just like an actually chill one?
I'm sorry.
Do I remember it as one of those kind of morbid children's rhymes, or as like a normal chill one?
Kind of more than children. You're gonna ask for the rhyme, aren't you?
I mean, ideally, yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
I'll be right back. Anyways, I'm gonna go dish up on food real quick.
17 sleight of hand to grab the key back.
I'm not withholding it from him. You can take it if you want.
Nah, he's gonna do it just to do it.
Eye rolling intensifies.
He's gonna try to be sneaky. You gotta try to let him.
No. You see, if anything takes longer than like 10 minutes in real life, I'll just impulsively do something. It's fine. It's a rule we can all get behind, right?
There we go.
Was
Okay,
anyone
I
affected by
got
the winter blast that came up?
it. Yeah,
Minor league.
bruh.
Sorry, guys. I cast Code of Cold and it went wild.
Whoa.
I have returned with my food.
Food.
Welcome back.
There we go.
I'm sure Moriella working night shift at a dock. She didn't feel the cold at all.
There we go. Yippee! Let me turn to it.
Starting to get some good saturation of color on these wings.
Okay. So here is the nursery rhyme.
Damn, that's a good nursery rhyme.
This will be fragile with the baby asleep.
Hmm. Yeah, I may as well open it.
That changed it too.
I unlock it without hesitation.
It continues to get heavier and it falls to the ground. You're no longer able to lift it. As
Might not want
all
to
of a
sneak it close
sudden,
though.
the lid flips open and light brighter than the sun enters the room. Everyone,
God
roll
damn it, you
Nice.
cast flashbang.
Yeah.
I see the stars finally after years
What
of
is that
separated.
save? Constitution saving throw.
Everyone?
Oh,
Yep.
I get to see the
I get
stars.
advantage.
21! I got a 19 on the dice.
I got a 12. I do not shut my eyes. I look as hard as I
17.
can.
You are blinded,
13.
Zane.
Wanted to see the stars.
It's worth it.
I've seen the stars.
Zane, they make the next roll with advantage. Okay.
The same number.
Light leaves the box, and you see through the gloom, if you passed your save, DC 18, you see the light of a tiny star.
The baby.
It's so small.
It's small.
It starts to grow.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Baby wants out.
It pulses, and light moves in a wave like a mist and covers you. It begins to pull you towards it.
Hmm.
Black hole.
Do you think happening, guys?
Shadows.
It's all dark.
Yeah, there's a little star that's getting bigger.
Everyone make me a dexterity saving throw. Zane with
There's a
advantage.
star.
Yeah.
Everyone else with disadvantage.
Why does he get advantage?
Yep.
Just yep.
I got a
Very
16.
specific reason.
23.
It's because he embraced the light.
Ah.
3.
DC
11.
15. If you have
Oh,
failed,
cool. Neat.
you are on the floor and you are flying currently at speed towards the light.
It's time to join the stars
Shit!
once more.
Virtue will try to grab Moriala to help her.
She'll try to grab Virtue. Hang on.
Well, I guess I'm just boned.
You see two great spectral hands, as if the mage hands of a giant. It reaches out towards you, between the star, and it says, "Come forth, my children."
No. No thanks. Stars,
I don't think I have
stars
any
not
say
happy.
in the matter as I'm on the floor getting flung to the thing.
You touch it, and you vanish in a bead of light.
Oh, bye. Bye.
He's just like, "That's fine, I'm painting anyway."
Ooh.
So, oh look, I failed to save. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
So
How's
now the
everyone else
second
looking? What did you
time
guys
that
get for
Zane
your
has
save?
opened a box and got another party member shunted away to another dimension.
True.
Oh, it's your turn to get trauma. Again. Hey, Fox.
I've already been
Yippee.
traumatized
You
4
know,
times over.
it's weird we found an interdimensional portal inside a box. It's even weirder that it's happened twice. A nickel's not
If
a
I had a
lot,
nickel,
but
it's
you
who I
know.
got sucked into a box. I have 2 nickels, which is weird. That happened
If I had a
twice.
silver for every time.
Too bad I can't spend silver. No one accepts it.
No, you're thinking of Electrum.
No, in this world, it's silver.
Why?
They don't use silver either.
Only
What have you noticed the prices have been magnified by 10? It's to simplify money management.
Makes it worse.
What's the point of using copper?
we don't.
We melt it.
I eat
Well,
my
I guess
copper.
I'm dead. Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, no, you'll just
You
do
would
you'll just do
It
what I would
sucks in
do.
again. Everyone roll me another save.
Oh boy.
God damn it.
I'm not even here, so I don't have to fucking worry about this anymore.
The star has
Dirty
grown by
20.
another 2 feet.
17.
I roll a natural 1 and a natural 2.
Zane
Damn.
flies in. He grabs a table leg, and apparently they don't trust the patrons here because one of the chairs is like nailed to the floor. And he grabs it. He's like, I got this. And then a chair, because of his massive weight and his ability to pull, he pulls against it accidentally, pulling with the great weight of his strength. And it gets ripped off the floor and he falls in.
Whoops.
He vanishes into a beam of light that sparkles as dust. That thing gets sucked into the star. It grows another 2 feet.
Remember me. Hey. Careful now. You'll make me
It's
large
the
if this keeps up.
apocalypse. It's just the apocalypse.
It's probably fine.
Morty.
It's just
Moria.
planes.
Say that again.
It's
I
the
couldn't catch that.
Demopocalypse.
It's just
See?
plane.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, there goes the week we could have spent. I think it's time we join our 2 party members.
Didn't even get to buy the thing I wanted. Damn.
Well, if that's what you got.
For
Another
doing what?
wave pulses. All of you are sucked in. And you see
Damn,
yourself
not even a
flying
save.
towards the center of the star. You are now in space floating. It is quiet. You can't breathe, but really, do you need to breathe?
Yes.
I feel like that's an int
No.
save.
Roll an intelligence save.
Oh, do I have to? I'm back home.
Wait, nope, that's wisdom.
Wait, do we
Whoops.
actually have to roll an
Is it
insane?
wisdom? Is it wisdom?
I accidentally rolled wisdom
I would
by
much
mistake.
rather
I got a
wisdom.
15.
I know you would much
Yeah.
rather wisdom, Mrs. Monk. You're like,
I
I'm
got
wise.
17.
Please, Theo. Actually, yeah, it would be wisdom. That makes sense. That's fine.
Oh,
Wisdom?
12.
It's okay. I rolled a 2 on the dice, so it's an 8.
I liked
I'm gonna
my
start rolling physical dice.
17 roll, but let's go
I'm
to
rolling
20.
shit.
Your raw force of intimidation means that you don't burn oxygen in this place. That
I
your
will scare.
your cells are too scared to burn oxygen here.
I will scare them into submission.
You know, considering that I high rolled the last 3 saves, I'm really not surprised I rolled a fucking 2 on the dice this time.
All right. Allow me to read you what I wrote. And I will go ahead and post it in bookkeeping so you guys can read it along.
This is
Oh, sorry,
fantastic
not bookkeeping,
hydration we're
word
doing.
notes. My bad. The author strokes his pen against the paper again. It had been a while, it was true, but he was determined to get back on track. His habits of delving too deep into the waters of remembrance made him less likely to work, less likely to not give up. Still, he continued to write, this time coming back to the box that contained the light of the star. The world is quiet, as suddenly the light shifts towards you. It plunges inside of you as the eternal flame burns to the intensity of so many stolen stars. It lights you up from inside, showing traces of your form. Your veins, scales, tails, eyes, and fingers all light up like they were the source of light in this dismal world. And so, as light fills you, does it fill with a sense of hope and determination. Not just any normal sense of hope. It was hope, the kind of deep carnal desire for freedom that drives men to doing rash and reckless things. The kind of hope that it takes to beg on your knees for a savior. One that took up that call, of course, a man whose name was kept secret. His blade stabbed him to the ground with one hand. His office lies in one hand, and his authority in the other. You see yourself falling, but not down, upwards into the sky. The world stops and goes pitch perfect as a ring so pleasant as to call others morose flows all around you. You stop, your feet planting firmly on the knot ground. An illusory wall that which you now divine eyes can see still holds up as if it were real. Beneath you is the world beneath your feet. Your stride is quick as it glides in the air, as if flowing sleekly. You don't need to move in this place. You just do. The world is beneath you, and it is close enough to touch, close enough to mold. Your light rings out like a summer bell as those who are found and desired. You hear voices surrounding you, forcing their way into your mind beyond all barriers, and as if there is no other thing to do. A woman, a small child, a growing man, a younger man, a king and a fool, and the one who lives at the bottom of the pond. There are more and more voices pouring through. The world is beneath your hands. It can be moved, molded, and measured. It can be gently changed, like the castle made of wet sand. It is imperfect and longs for your touch. But how shall you touch it? Only you can decide. Roll initiative.
Initiative.
Alrighty.
Initiative?
Initiative.
Oh
Natural
my.
1. My eyes! I still can't see.
19.
10.
6.
What did you get, Marilla?
I got a 6. I'm rolling physical dice now.
All right. Virtue is first.
What? Should be my
Movie
natural
fighter.
1?
Just barely.
So
I
here's
got
what.
a 2.
So here's what happens when you
Damn.
go close to investigate the stars in front of you. You touch it with a hand, and it flows towards all of you, and you get that scene. And now you're high up in the sky, and you can see the world kind of like on a table of a globe just beneath you, moving gently around the world. It suddenly zooms out as you walk around, and you see yourself walking among the many different spheres in this place. Everyone, please roll me perception. Morella with advantage.
Yay!
Natural 1.
Oh my
54.
fucking
16.
god, Zane.
It's my night for
Uh,
natural 1s.
19.
Oh, so blind
Try-
gives you makes you natural one. It gives you natural one.
I guess.
That's funny.
Use this for the physical dice.
24.
You
Ooh.
as you ascend up, you blink, Zane, and your eyes adjust. You guys notice you are among the stars, and unfortunately, you're also noticing something horrible. Where the stars should be, where something is light, instead you see crinkled balls of ash.
Chillmon.
Well, that's not good.
I look around for the darkness.
Are we
It's
alone?
flowing on the outside, as if looking in. It's as if you're inside a bubble, which it cannot enter.
The
Oh.
hell dying.
Hold
It
up my
gently
javelin
reaches
and
out a
roar at
clawed
it.
hand, the size of a small building, towards your bubble. And only the tip, the teeniest tiny tip, touches the bubble. And the world racks. And then lightning strikes, and it screams back in recoil.
Where does the
Good at
lightning come from?
From the sphere.
Hmm.
It's like a fly tapper.
Yes, says the voice, echoing everywhere. You see the shape of a great eye looking at you, Morella, analyzing you.
You killed them. You killed all the stars. The light of this world is dying. Many worlds.
What do you guys do?
Well, it's having to stare in contest with this creature.
I hold the javelin above my head and yell at it.
We're
I'm
just
looking for
trying
the
to think
serpent.
whether there's any way to restore the burnt out stars.
You all feel a sudden well of light within you.
I vomited up.
You have gained 10 temporary miracle points.
Oh my god.
And the
Yippee,
world
that's
beneath your hand can be molded with said points. If you want to do something, I will determine the cost.
Let's populate the world with more goblins.
You,
No.
Zane's. That's what
you
Zane.
hear more and more prayers flood the world. Zane, you hear a bugbear who screams into the heavens. He wants to reach more. He wants to hit all the things. He wants to be able to grab two goblins who are running away at the same time easily.
Simple
He
wish.
pledges his undying loyalty as a champion of whomever will grant his request.
I'm the patron deity of strength in this party. I'll spend 3 miracle points on it.
He gains his arms. They now have the property to stretch. He now has a 25 reach.
Damn.
What the fuck?
You really can't hide from that one.
He screams high. Thank you, my lord. What do I call you?
The strong one. Zane.
Your answers will be going into lordoms. They will matter. So make sure that's what you want. If you change your mind, like afterwards, you really regret it, we can always discuss that, of course. But
I am
he
happy
cheers
with
as he
that.
grabs two goblins running away at the same time in different directions.
Eat well tonight.
He asks, "What are your orders?"
I will be a champion, the greatest of them all, and I will lead our kind. Well, I will lead the goblins to the promised land. Yes, yes. Meet up and find the true strong one.
Hold on 1 second.
Promised Land is loading.
I'm back at the world map.
Yep.
I know, I did it. It's more appropriate.
Oh my god.
That was terrifying to see roll in.
It's like a tumbleweed.
They just really liked the camel.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. They're like bees.
They are like bees, yeah.
Yeah, the way they're moving around.
Drop them, I dare you. Let's see how what big number you got.
Don't dare him to do it. He'll do it.
I can't do that.
He'll
See, I
clean
wouldn't
it up
like it if I
after.
dropped it.
He'll clean them up.
Did you ever find all my D20s that was scattered around the map, DM?
No,
I told you that.
don't do that shit.
I just like the noise they make. Do you hear the noises as they're going over the camel?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I have my laptop.
I'm missing out.
What a terrifying thing to see.
It does look creepy though, them pulsating like that. The camel's face slowly going out of view.
All right. Okay. So, you guys now know of a bugbear named Krasgor.
Hmm.
You can give him orders that he will take time to do. So he has a small force of goblins.
Bugbear named what? Krasgor?
Krasgor, yep. He's on the world map now.
With army of goblins. I'm going to try and wheel Prizik, the merchant,
Yeah.
through the brand and whisper to him as I'm activating the brand. Find Krasgor. Serve him. No idea if that works or not.
Okay. You feel a pulse.
Can't do it. I'm on break.
Union rules.
No. Break it's every 300 years. It's only been like 10 days.
To you.
And breaks can be ended at any time for any reason or no reason.
You're gonna have to bring it up with the union steward.
Okay. So,
I'm trying to search for him. Can't find him.
all right. So what do you guys do? Virtue, it is your turn.
Well, the first thing that she would have thought to do was try to find a way to restore those stars that were burning out into piles of soot and ash.
I'm just gonna go in reverse order: Zane, Virtue, Morello last. Just do it that way. It's easier to remember because I changed boards. I don't have the initiative anyway. So what are you trying to do?
Okay.
She wants to restore the stars.
1 miracle point per star.
How many stars were burned out?
Yeah, 10 temporary and 1
Yeah, how
permanent.
many are there?
Thousands.
So we can only store a handful.
If you can come up with a more creative narrative way than just pumping life into it.
Weaving the soul, the miracle point, into each little creation and letting them drift off like lights. Seeing them fill up the sky one by one as they expand and gain mass, gain brightness once more.
Morello,
Letting the ashes.
you
What?
have on the ground, you've seen pebbles. Strange.
Pebbles?
Pebbles. They're
I'll pick one up.
currently located in some kind of dark mass. It spins like a black bag, just sucking things in. And inside, these outside texture is like velvet. And it contains beautiful pebbles.
What do these pebbles do?
You have no idea. They look like
I
they
will go.
contain the lights of stars.
Eat the pebbles.
I'll go for it. I'm gonna get the pebbles.
How many miracle points are you putting on this?
That's really all I want to do other than stars for 6.
Okay, so you're putting all 10 temporary ones?
Yep.
Okay. You get the pebbles out of there. You have what appears to be, as they reach in and expand, a couple hundred just sitting in your palm. You look down and instinctively whisper a word, Loomis, and you blow them away as if dust or a kiss. And they slowly float into the sky and begin to brighten, like a dimming lamp.
That's all I wanted to do.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Marchione, what do you do? You guys can
Oh,
listen for prayers, by the way.
I thought I was going last.
Yeah.
And that is what Virtue would do, is listen for prayers.
Okay, roll perception.
25.
Ooh,
21.
Oh, close.
That was a 12 on the dice, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
wow. That's some good perception then.
You'd think, right? Plus 9.
Essentially. Anything's possible with Virtue's fight.
Brute force DCs with sheer
Oh.
numbers. That's Virtue's motto.
Exactly, that's the strat.
She not might be
can't-
playing a bugbear, but the bugbear never leaves you once you start.
Alright. Okay. You hear a whisper of a warrior, a parent, a sailor, a thief, a healer, a scholar, a rebel, a wanderer, and a mourner.
That's a lot of prayers.
Virtue is going to ignore them all and look for a child in trouble.
Ooh.
Particularly if the child is with someone else that they're trying to protect.
I'm trying to hide from someone.
You hear a thief's honesty. I know what I am. I don't pretend to be good all the time. But this time, it's not just for me. If I pull this off, I can feed my family for the winter. I'm not asking for forgiveness, just luck. They are currently prowl over a rooftop in a noble city. You don't recognize the city. Roll me nature.
6.
You don't even recognize the continent. They are currently leaning down over glass and looking down upon a display where a noble has a brilliant gold and sapphire dagger in a glass box.
What were
You
the
also-
healers, please?
What are the healers? Okay. The healer's exhaustion. I've done everything I can, but it's not enough. I'm just one person and they're dying faster than I can save them. If you could do anything, please, gods, do it now. Please.
What are the circumstances?
He is a man currently kneeling outside of a home. It appears to be some kind of impromptu hospital, some kind of plague that sweeps the world. This part of the world, anyway. And they send the sick here to die. Of course, those who can't afford food are more likely to get sick than those who are too young to fight for food. Dozens of children all start scratching at their skin orange welts, spotted orange with white flakes. They hunch over in pain. They cough, spreading the disease further. Some people have huge welts over their face, making it difficult to breathe.
Virtue will want to give the healer a way to relieve them of what's causing their suffering.
Gives them a gun.
A whip.
Now you see, this
Ideally,
here is a Smith
relief
and
in the
Wesson,
form of
great
a
quality,
blade.
made in America, of course.
I may be a healer, but
I know me some
Relief
lost
from the
causes.
symptoms, if not from the disease.
Okay. So are you going to interact with him, enchant something, or give him something?
Hmm. I would like to give him the ability to cast Lesser Restoration.
Mhm.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Okay. How many miracle points are you gonna do? What's the spell level of Lesser Restoration?
It is
second.
a second level spell.
Okay. You might be able to make it work with as few as 4.
Then that's what I'll go with.
You imbue him with an ability. How do you manifest it on his body?
I will
May get his tears.
Making Rapunzel.
make
And
it
here
feel
I will
like
say
there's
this: the strength of your faith and the devoutness of your followers has great impact. Making something particularly miraculous will result in rewards.
I'll make it feel
Of
as though
course.
he has a warm hand touching his shoulder. And I'm going to tell him to continue to help them to the best of his ability. And that I've heard his pleas and provided what assistance I can.
Okay. In what way does he activate the ability? How does it manifest?
Mm, I would assume similar to normal spell casting for it.
Okay.
I would tell
Um,
him to keep me in his mind when he casts it.
and what name or title do you give him?
Merciful Virtue.
All right. Virtue the Merciful?
Merciful Virtue.
Okay, gotcha. What is the words he should speak in order to activate the spell? I would suggest something like mercy is a virtue. But you can choose whatever you like. This is essentially going to be, you can change it later, so it's not like hard locked in, but it's going to shape how your religion works in the fact of what kind of rituals you like. You ever get
Receive
to morally
mercy
lead a
through
cult? That's what you get to do.
Oh, that's so cool.
You can ethically lead cults.
You
Oh
say
boy.
ethically and morally, but wait until you see what I have mine doing.
Your cult will be evil. Voice's cult is the epitome of good. Yours is epitome of evil.
Yeah, we're gonna go with receive mercy through your virtues.
Oh.
Interesting choice.
Zane, you can also have a phrase that you side as well, by the way.
Uh, I'd prefer it if it was the sound of an enemy yelling, like in pain or fear.
Your quote is pained warrior noises. Oh, hell's Ing, Lord of.
Just stab yourself and you get the prayer.
However,
Otherwise, the prayers to Zane is going to be asking for mercy or asking for horrible things to happen to their enemies. And the most fun sounding one is what will get his attention.
okay, interesting.
Funnest one, go.
Oh. So you feel like you could, Morelli, shape the light that's from these stars. You feel like you could use them to project an image upon the sky. You could remind the people of what they've lost.
Ooh, absolutely. Every night I can. Every night I will give back the stars.
That sounds like an actual elf, all right.
I can see the world that once belonged to them.
Okay.
Thank you.
You feel a small child looking up at the stars, whispering a prayer. Where did they go? Where did they go, the stars that used to dance with me? I used to tell them my secrets, and they would twinkle back. Now the sky is so empty, so lonely. Please, if you're out there, bring them back. I miss my friends.
I will let one star shine the color of that child to let them know that the star has heard them and came back for them to listen to their
And like
secrets.
blinking, a star is reignited.
The star is yours. Now and never will leave.
Okay. You receive +2 fame, everyone, so far. The more miraculous, the more fame you shall receive. Um, excellent.
So to take note of what my 10 temporary points were, 7 were to populate more goblins, and
Okay.
3 was to buff the bugbear.
Okay, so how do you create more goblins? What is the way you do it?
I mean,
Well,
goblins
when
are
a
like
mommy
Production.
goblin and a daddy goblin love each other
we're like
very
Love each other
fungi,
much.
very
right?
much.
No,
They're
but
like
think of the
fungus,
think of the
right?
way stories of gods would fashion races of men and mer.
I would imagine, thinking of them like kind of like insects and worthless little peons. You'd break open a stunted tree or lift up a boulder that's been sitting down for decades, and you'd pull out goblins from those areas.
Pull them out of the ground like a weed.
Yeah, like a fungus, basically.
They just won't go away.
We're going with Warhammer 40k of goblins and orcs here.
Yo, we got mushrooms.
Yeah.
All
They
right,
just pop
so
out of Daniel seeds when they get blown.
um,
Ah,
you
shit, it's spring. The orcs have
you
bloomed.
see several places in the world that you could populate with goblins.
You know what else? You know, whenever you see one goblin like a cockroach, you just know in your mind, oh, there's probably like 100 more of them little fuckers somewhere.
Yeah.
That also will play into it a little bit.
Okay, so where in the world are you going to place these goblins?
Wherever Krasgor's camp is, preferably.
Okay. So
Barring that, we just need them in like a forested
how
area.
exactly are so you're
They
just
can
pulling
survive
them up
better.
from like you're just pulling them from random spots in the world, or are you creating them? Are you congregating or creating?
Congregating.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be easier to do at this current time.
It would be easier in your economy, yes.
Yeah.
It would be less points.
Well, I'm putting 7 points into that part of it. Also, that when I go to the big shebang, that I will have a giant following. So I will be.
Your intimidation racks up with every 10 goblins you get.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Currently looking
have
for the lost
4 kind
goblins.
of options for goblins you wish to congregate. You have goblins that live around volcanic caverns and magma flooded tunnels. They're covered in soot and have glowing red eyes, hinting at their affinity for fire. They're pyromaniacs and always carry crude incendiary devices, and they enjoy setting fire to anything they can.
Yo, we getting pigman goblins out here?
They are immune to fire damage.
That's OP.
Neat. How many fire resistance?
Fireball
That
fodder.
touching will never go
Awesome.
out.
There's another group called the Shadow Creep. They lurk in
Ooh.
labyrinthian passages of the Underdark and the pitch black tunnels. Their gray skin and oversized nocturnal eyes mark them as creatures of darkness. They are masters of stealth and prefer ambushes and hit-to-run attacks. They love using poison.
Yeah, that's just full on pigman. I'm guessing the next are the purple ones that are super strong, or the yellow ones that are electric.
No. There's also a Brambleclaw tribe. They live in tangled forests and overgrown ruins, where they try to live symbiotically with aggressive plant life. They are covered in moss and vines. They have thorny claws and use plant-based traps to ensnare foes. They can entangle enemies. Oh, I should mention that the Shadow Creep have the ability to cast darkness, and they have the ability to
Ooh.
temporarily turn invisible, as well as applying poison damage to their attacks.
Ooh.
That doesn't fit Zane at all.
But I like it.
Oh yeah, you're a rogue.
Yeah, a rogue needs to like it.
One day I'll be able to rage and add my stealth bonus.
One day.
I mean, if we're gonna stop to the 2024 rules, that day will come sooner than later.
So that's the 3. What's the 4th one?
Okay. They're filthy sewer rats. They live in the sprawling sewers beneath cities, scavenging discarded treasures and scraps of food. They are rat-like and disease-ridden. They are expert
the skin.
scavengers and tinkerers, and they build crude but effective gadgets from trash.
Do I want those who will blow everything up, or those who inadvertently blow everything up, including themselves?
Yes.
I think I go with the fire ones. They
All
seem
right,
more
I'm rolling
fun.
for some more. Don't worry.
I think the fire ones sound like Zane's cup of tea.
Oh, it's
but
resistance,
you
not
know
immunity.
better
My
than
bad. They're resistant to fire damage, not
Oh,
immune. But
scrap them. Get them out of here.
that.
Worthless.
Come on, mate.
They're won't kill themselves.
There's
They're not immune to
more.
it.
There's more. There's some that are Frostfang scamps. They are from frozen tundras and icy caves hidden in snow-covered dens. Their blue skin with icicles dangling from their ears and a fondness for ambushing prey in snowstorms. They've adapted to the brutal cold and are known for their icy touch.
Hmm.
They love chewing on ice as snacks, apparently.
Oh,
Good
nice. I see
crunchy
them.
water.
It might seem counterproductive, but I'm actually going to take the shadow ones.
Yes.
There's more.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
There's 3 more.
Okay.
Gloomspire goblins. So they're found in ancient, forgotten mausoleums and graveyards with a scavenge among the dead. They're paladin grunts with glowing green eyes. They carry the stench of decay and are accompanied by the eerie whispers of spirits they disturb. They're resistant to necrotic damage. They can cast Chill Touch, and they have advantage in checks when it comes to graveyard-like settings.
Damn, they're proficient in digging graves.
Specifically,
I
Grave
don't know how useful.
Graves
Oh,
that have
cool.
already
So they can be
been.
used to go plunder ancient battlefields. Rust Scale Kin. They're found in abandoned mines and forgotten foundries who thrive on scavenging rusted metals and ancient tools. They can improvise weapons together from broken machinery.
Yo, we got machinery in this world?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude,
I mean, technically speaking, even a wheel is machinery.
Yeah. There's even goblins with wings, apparently.
ooh.
Yeah.
So
winged
they've
goblins.
adapted kind of bat-like wings, which makes them agile among air and aerial nuisances. They're
Wait,
located
do they
among
have
mountain peaks and high-altitude cliffs.
do they have bat snout noses?
Yes.
That is precious. Get those boys. Flying
They can
goblins,
fly at a
undefeatable.
speed of 30 feet. They use hit-and-run tactics, dropping rocks or bombs from above. But they do have disadvantage on strength checks because they're very frail.
Do they fly or do they glide?
Both.
They fly.
Mm.
They have a fly speed.
Well,
Reminds
gliding
me
is
of
just
that,
maintaining altitude while conserving energy.
There's a race that was in the Astral Sea book that's kind of like that, but they're monkeys.
Yeah, I
The
decided
ones
not to go
that,
the racism route.
The ones that D&D elected were too racist to put in and then immediately deleted.
Dude, it was so bad. They were like, it was racist before, and then they made it so much worse.
Yeah.
They love their menial tasks.
Oh my god, dude, I just couldn't. They love slavery.
Are
Jesus.
they goblins?
No, they
Sounds
just
like
get
the
to deal
ideal
with it.
race. Sounds like an ideal goblin race.
Shifting
I'll take
deserts and
those guys.
sandstone caves is where the Dust Splitter Can is, where they blend seamlessly into the sandy terrain. They have a sandy-colored skin and an uncanny ability to vanish into dunes. These goblins are ambushers using the harsh desert environment to disorientate their foes. They can create a localized dust cloud. They have resistance to fire damage, and they have advantage on stealth checks in sandy or dusty environments.
What in a desert?
Now the real question is, why are we doing Zane's second thing when we haven't done Marchioni yet?
Oh, my bad.
I just been out here. I've
Yeah,
been
I
painting, I've been
honestly, I
listening,
thought
I've
you
been
already went,
trying to work on
Marchioni.
ideas.
My bad, man. I thought, well, yeah.
Let him set all his stuff out because he went first anyway.
Okay,
My stuff might take a while
got you.
because
Okay.
I'm overly dramatic and all that.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I enjoy that.
That's
Yeah,
like,
I
I just
thought
need enough time to think about stuff while I'm also doing.
I
all of
appreciate
this
you bringing
painting
that
and
up,
everything.
because I'm not trying to skip or minimize no one.
yeah, I thought
That's what I had initiative for. Problem is I fucked up the initiative.
Yeah,
So
I was
it
gonna
was
say,
just
I was
like,
like,
Yeah,
I
I
thought the
we're
guess.
DM was
second
going
in
away.
initiative. It's like we're now going in reverse initiative order. Oh,
I was like, oh, so much for my high initiative. Nah, I didn't actually want to go first.
that feels like
We
shit though. I'm
threw
not gonna lie. I'm
initiative
sorry about
away.
that. Okay, but it
It
wasn't reverse
happens.
initiative. It was just like, it was the Discord order. So
But I'll choose the shadow goblins
okay,
for reasons.
Shadow Goblin Money Gang. We love hit and run.
What were they
Let's
called again?
go.
Shadow Creep.
Shadow Creed?
Creep.
Creep.
Shadow creeps.
Okay.
CREED.
Shadows.
Bugbear Krasgor with an army of Shadow Creep goblins. Krasgor has 25-foot reach.
Disgusting.
Bro, he could have fucking gotten the
Yes,
flying
by the
goblins
way,
and
there
catapulted
is the
them into
ability
the
to
air.
conquer things through war if you want.
Oh no.
So
How do you think I'm
Um,
going to get the rest of my army? We're going to
Wrestle them.
conquer that war camp.
I like how Virtue and Zane are basically just doing opposite things.
he's just like, yo, they're
Ye-
gonna join, they're like it or not. This is just what's gonna happen.
He's keeping his niche to goblins and goblin kinds. Imagine it's controlled chaos instead of them being free to plunder. There's a force directing them now. Is that not
I
better?
mean, that assumes that they don't
There's
go plunder
also a
anything.
singular male bard. There's a singular male goblin who's just like all he wants to do is he wants to play a fiddle. He just wants to be really good at playing fiddles, and he prays for that ability. He says, "Anyone who gives you the ability to play a fiddle, I'll worship you. Can I have a
Someone
fiddle
throw
too,
a sound
though? I
fiddle
don't have a
playing for
fiddle."
dummies on him.
I'll laugh at him.
Oh,
This could be how we finally get a bard. Just an NPC bard.
Virtue shakes Zane. Take it.
Here's you 200,000 gold worth of magical items. Here you go.
Hold on, wait, what?
What could possibly go wrong?
Here's you a harp. I know you want to play the loop, now you gotta play the harp. Otherwise, the blessings are null and void.
Wait, hold on, but okay, I heard.
You have been blessed.
Starts playing the Zelda melody.
All right, I'm gonna place a really creepy model. This is like because it's stuck in my nightmare. It's kind of creepy.
Oh god.
Why share it?
He's
Because you
not
want to share
really
the
handing over
nightmare?
that heart, by the way.
You're like, that's not happening.
More so just because of the value of it than
Yeah.
anything else.
Okay. Tell you what, Marchioni, do you want to wait until everyone else does their second thing? You can do yours all at once, or you want to go now?
Sure, if you want.
Okay.
Hey, there's
Virtue.
Krasgor.
I
I
don't
can see
mind
him
waiting until
now.
Marchioni goes. I want to hear what other people do.
Okay.
Oh, bye,
So,
Krasgor.
so what are you doing, Virtue?
Hmm. She. Hmm. Yeah, I want to hear what other people are doing first. Come back to me later.
Okay.
Marchioni.
Okay. Not
Marchioni.
quite. Morella.
I think Moya would make sure that any stars that the tablets had been were safely out. And then just as minor listening to anyone who's like praying to the stars that she has given back. Trying to fix little holes in the sky, trying to return them. At least just for a night.
Roll me a perception check, please. Or no, an insight. Insight.
No. Okay. 19.
You recognize the young girl who prayed to you,
Is it Belinda?
Belinda.
Yeah. We'll give Belinda her own little star so she can follow it home to the backpack or know where it is. Her little North Star. That's my gift for her.
All right. So, All right. Okay, let me see. So what are you guys doing now? Mark Jeremy, waiting for you.
For the most part, Mark Andy is trying to get his bearings, figuring out what's fully going on, trying to feel his connection to the weave and everything around him. He might as well as also listen into prayers, but explicitly
Ah.
he's listening for prayers of his people.
Roll Arcana and then roll Perception. But hold off the roll Perception until I see the Arcana roll.
25 Arcana.
Okay, so you notice something that you realize now makes sense. The amount of weave in the air
Good.
in the hidden heavens, it's much higher than other places. That's why spells are so easy to cast here. It's why there's so much magic everywhere.
This might be useful.
I
Alright,
wonder
now
if
the
it might be
perception.
possible to tap into the weave in such a way as to, I don't know, break the rules.
Interesting.
Or perception.
Alrighty. 8.
Where's my blasted keys? Damn it! Says a gnome.
What the hell?
The keys are on his back pocket. I can't find my keys. I hear them everywhere. He's running around in a jingle.
I will mage hand his keys to him.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Who are you?
Hazar Maveth.
Ah. What? I've never heard of you.
Don't worry about it.
Interesting.
Is this the same gnome?
It might be.
What?
Yes.
Who else?
He looks really old.
A gnome who may or may not be a gnome.
The gnome who is just a little fucker.
You're like, Redcap makes too much sense.
What was the gnome doing before I intercepted them?
He was burying a staff in his yard.
What are you
That's
burying?
where dead body
And
is.
why?
Oh, it's a useless stick. Don't worry about it.
If it's so useless, then why do you need to go through all this work to bury it?
Well, because I want to grow a tree, and this is a seed. You ever hear of staff trees?
Insight.
Roll it.
Insight. 16.
You'd never heard of this staff tree, but you're curious now.
What exactly is this staff tree meant to do?
Oh, it's easy. It grows more staffs. You snap a staff in half like so. He takes a staff and breaks it across and tries to break it across his leg. Ow! I left it bruised.
And how does this differ from other staves?
Well, it makes it better. You see, this staff
How
it
so?
grew from a tree. If we build a tree out of this staff, we get even better staffs.
Interesting.
Roll Arcana.
Mm-hmm. 7.
That
Evidently the
staff
dice
is
are not giving a shit.
magical.
Oh, I know.
Out of character, it is a staff of power.
Alright. I'm going to use my further tapness into the weave, and I'm going to invoke a higher end plant growth. I'm going to make the Staff of Power into a Tree of Power. I will.
How do you ceremoniously do this? What do you tell him to do?
Oh no, I'm not telling him to do something. I am directly intervening. I'm going to appear to him in a form of constellations and stars.
Let's
You've
go.
amused me, small one. I will help you in your path, but you must swear a covenant to me. Use these staves for good and the betterment of people, never for selfishness or personal gain.
Of course. Can I be a human again?
Oh,
Which turn to
Grampus.
me shorts.
I will wave my hand and transfer him into Yuanti Pureblood, but I
Hold
will make
on.
you one of
Wait.
mine.
Well, I feel he moves his tongue. Why do I do that? Is that normal?
DM, that is not what we do.
Offensive. That is so offensive.
Hold on, hotfix.
Hold on. 1 second. Suing God.
Class action.
The oppression of the Yanti people cannot continue.
Oh, I'm getting to that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. How does he feel?
He feels, I would say, a bit more sleek and agile. His mind is a bit sharper. His confidence is risen.
How
He
old
feels a
did
bit
you make
healthier.
him?
20.
Oh, it's by chance. Was it always this easy to move around?
Get a cricket a snack he's gonna
From what
fix.
I've heard, youth is wasted on the young.
Yes.
Now, onto the matter of the staff. I will magically cut open the palms of my hands and drip what would probably be my divine blood onto the staff, and you would see it crack open and split and begin to grow rapidly.
He plunges it into the ground and steps away.
It would grow into a mighty tree, with its branches and brambles initially curving but eventually straightening out as it gets to the levy part, meaning that wherever you would snap it off, you would have sort of a curved holder end with the point tip where you're meant to strike it into the ground.
Or only a D10.
Alrighty. Four.
Wow.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So you can choose where to place the tree in the northern region over here.
Hold up. I need to get back into Tailspire because I was looking through the Discord. Is it on the Tailspire map of where I'm choosing, or are you referring to the larger world map?
Oh, that's a big area.
You can choose somewhere within this area.
I do not know which format you're pointing at.
Look north.
My child, look north. Look to those walls, the gardens, and the
Ah,
Wait, would you say 4 or 5?
4.
ball.
Okay, hold on. Wrong region.
No, the trees.
Yes.
Are we going south? Oh, close to the desert. Making oasis. Unmovable. Yoink.
You plant the tree in the dry, caked ground. And as the tree rises, water begins to fall from its leaves, pooling all around it. It starts to move like an undulating wave on top of everything. And the ground begins to be green.
Look at that. Oasis.
I will turn to the new Yuanti. This is the consequences of sacrifice. I have A request of you.
Yes.
A great darkness is coming, intent to consume the world. I may be one of a handful of beings that might be able to stop it. But my power is limited, my followers few. Would you be my prophet, to gather those like yourself and others who would will to sacrifice for the greater good?
Yes.
Know this. Your appearance may be misunderstood by others, your form alien and unsettling to some. But I have enriched you, made you more powerful than what you once were. This is the sacrifice of form. You and others like you may be able to perform rituals to help gain me power, but only through willful sacrifice and consent. Through our blood, we may be able to defeat this darkness and save the world, but no one besides our own may know of this. It is our burden alone.
Shall I offer those who wish to join immortality?
No. Life is finite. Immortality is a breach against it. Only in death and afterlife does one seek the solitude of immortality proper. If they were made immortal, then what is the weight of their sacrifice?
Dead
Yes.
cold.
The weight of sacrifice.
Strength through sacrifice.
Strength through sacrifice. All right, put it in war dumps.
Alrighty. The
Woo, you
cult of
made
the
death
serpent.
cult.
Strength through sacrifice. The lowest raised on high.
Hmm.
Next time you find one, you get to choose what pantheon you're going to represent.
Ooh.
Faerunian Pantheon, right? So we're choosing.
Yeah, so here's what I'm doing. Give me a second. There you go. You have now permanently adjusted the map.
I want to see the tree. There's the tree.
Spooky tree.
It's spooky tree.
It's a little
Yeah, that is a spooky
oasis.
tree.
Oh, you just misunderstood.
All right, we're going to name him.
Hmm.
He needs a new name.
I shall call you Uriah. Do you need me to spell that for you, DM?
Yeah, please.
Uriah.
You are arrived at your destination.
hopefully these saves may be a great boon to the cause, raising up powerful mages who might be able to unlock the stars and great magical wisdom for our kind.
Alright, give me a minute and I'll place them. What is his name? How do you spell it?
Uriah. Uriah.
Alright, what are you doing, Virtue?
She is going to listen to see if she can hear so you know how street urchins would probably be kind of in a gang and the older kids would be leading the younger kids. And she wants to listen for one of the older kids that are taking care of the younger kids who
Excuse me.
is having trouble doing so because they lack power,
Okay.
because they lack the strength to do it.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay. So you see what appears to be a young woman. She's in a street gang, and she's a big sister to her little sister, and she's worried she can't protect her.
Is there any kind of circumstance going on, or is it just like a general worry?
She managed to intervene once already to prevent something from happening. And she may only be like 20 and her little sister is like 19 or whatever, but like in the grand scheme of the things, they're basically kids.
Yep. Hmm.
There's also a paladin who prays for the courage to charge into a tomb full of undead.
I'll be real, her intention on seeking out someone who was looking to protect someone else was to create a paladin.
That's funny. Okay. Okay, I can work with that. You see what appears to be a bunch of goblins. Currently, they took out the horses and they're raiding a caravan. And there is a young woman. She looks like she's in her early 20s. She has bright red hair, and she is just begging for the power to save the innocent in the caravan. The goblins don't even know if they have treasure or not. They don't. All they're carrying is human cargo, but human cargo is worth money. They will sell them
Virtue
into
is
slavery to beast races and to remote tribes and some such.
Virtue is once again with that same kind of feeling as if there's a warm hand on your shoulder. She's going to reach down and she's going to tell her to keep courage. And she's going to bestow upon her, if she can, the power of a paladin. And she's going to tell her to continue to defend the weak.
Okay. Um, do you manifest anything for her? Because she's currently without equipment.
Yeah.
Who's shield?
How do you do it? What does it look like?
A very warm light envelops her, which at first kind of looks like angel wings, and then the light fades, there is equipment on her. She's a magical girl now. No, but
By
let's
mercy,
see.
I will punish you.
Trying to think what kind of equipment would be thematic
Roll me
for it, though.
perception.
Let's go, Virtue. Let's
19.
go. We'll go,
On one of the
Virtue.
twinkling stars across the room, really across the universe, but for you, it's across the room. There is a blade stuck in the earth, plunged into the heat of the star, and the star is starting to cook.
Oh Lord, let him cook.
Excalibur.
The light punctuates the darkness and pierces through, and you can see the silhouette of a blade stuck in the star.
Richie will try to pull that blade to send to her new paladin.
Okay. And how does it appear before her? How does it appear? How do you get it to her? Because basically all you are is you're someone who can move around and kind of make the world like it's Play-Doh. And you could literally just walk over and hand it to her if you wanted to, or you could make it more dramatic.
How is she positioned?
She is in the middle of a clearing. There are 4 young children near her, ranges of ages from 6 to 12, and she's been in charge of taking care of them for a long time. And they managed to run from the caravan. The goblins are searching it, now realizing they have nothing, and they're working towards the clearing trying to find them. Because, quite frankly, they're getting something out of this, even if it means selling them as slaves.
Richie will have a very bright beam of light come down right in front of her. And as the light fades, the sword will be there.
What is her oath?
To protect the weak, to defend the defenseless.
You take a quill made of light and you etch it into the blade. All right. And so here's what happens. The sword appears in front of her, and she reaches out and speaks the oath and takes it into her hand. light engulfs her. So she takes it up, and light engulfs her in the shade of what appears to be like a mage armor, but instead it's like a full suit.
Advanced mage armor.
And inside of her, as she picks up the blade, she feels a great emotion come over her. What emotion do you want her to feel?
She will feel hope.
Good choice. You look at the heart of the blade and you realize that it is asleep. It could awaken if you nudged it a little.
Give it that nudge.
What is the personality you give the sword?
80 Saturday morning cartoon side character with a weird voice.
You have to pick right now an aging soul. You can describe what they look like and how they are. An aging soul from across the universe and place them in the sword.
It will be the soul of I had a thought for it and then it immediately left my brain.
Well, clearly didn't want to be chosen.
Right? Apparently.
The soul hit the snooze button on your alarm.
Wake up! No.
Oh no, it's the spirit of Garfield. You get additional power once Monday.
You get the special ability cooking lasagna.
It will
Lasagna is
be
the
the
holy banquet.
soul of
I can give you a few options if you want.
yeah, let's hear the options.
Okay.
Behind door number 1. Da 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 da.
Otherwise, my thought is that it's the soul of a girl who failed to do exactly what this girl's going to be doing.
Okay. So you're going to be adding magic properties to your weapon when you do this, by the way.
Oh boy.
Yes. You get to build your own magic weapon. You don't get to use
Oh
it, but you get to
boy!
build it.
Hopefully that character doesn't have bad
Valerian
rolls.
the Radiant, a revered paladin who vanquished 1,000 undead in service of a sun god. He's noble and commanding, and it always urges its wielder to protect the innocent. Once per day, the sword can emit a blinding flash of light that forces enemies to make a Constitution saving throw or be blinded for 1 minute.
What's the chance of that being used against us?
Depends on how much of assholes we are.
Yvella, Keeper of
True.
Whispers.
Yoink!
A divine oracle who served a god of secrets, assassinated for uncovering forbidden truths. The sword
Is that
becomes
just me?
cryptic and mysterious, often speaking in riddles. Possessing the sword grants you an advantage on investigation and insight checks. You can cast Detect Thoughts once per long rest. Thaldar the Martyr, a cleric who gave his life to seal a demonic portal, holding the line as his allies escaped. The sword personality is that of self-sacrifice and valor, encouraging the wielder to shield others. Once per day, the sword can absorb damage intended for an ally within 10 feet, up to 20 HP total.
We'll go with that one. That one sounds pretty good.
Okay,
Quite
give it,
thematic for what it's
almost.
going to be.
There's more.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah. Muriel the Untarnished, a holy knight who embodied purity and mercy, said to have never taken an innocent life. The sword's personality is gentle but firm, constantly reminding its wielder to consider mercy before violence. The power, it deals radiant damage to undead and fiends. It can cast Celestial Restoration once for long rest.
That
I
is
was
even
concerned
better.
with that one.
And it's kind of fitting, too.
That one's super fitting.
Yeah. Seraphion, Herald of the Heavens, an angelic being who fought in celestial war, sacrificing its form to seal away a great evil. Its personality is wise, commanding, slightly haughty, with very little patience for evil. It deals an additional 2d6 radiant damage to all creatures of the evil alignment. Can cast Divine Favor once per day. Divine Favor, hold on. Wait a minute. That might be a bit much.
That might be a little much.
That might be
I
a
will
little
be
much.
real. Yeah. The first part of the effect is what I was initially thinking of.
Oh, it's a first level evocation. That's not bad. That's not what I was thinking. It's not that
Okay, that's
wish.
not what I
It's
was
not the. It's not
thinking.
the entreating a deity.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I heard Divine Favor as well.
Yeah. Hey, can I get a favor, boss? Can you like smite these guys? Thanks. Okay. So, and there's also 5 more from much more humble backgrounds. Toberin the Fisher, a simple fisherman who lived his life, who saved his village by slaying a sea monster with a great harpoon. He's cheerful and pragmatic, often sharing stories about the sea. Grants a swimming speed of 30 feet and the ability to breathe underwater while wielded. Not as great, not as like fitting either. The Mercy one is probably going to get chosen. Marla
Probably.
Stitchspindle, a seamstress who stitched together magical runes in her threads to ward off dark spirits. Kind and meticulous with an eye for detail and a love for problem solving. The sword can cast a mending at will and gauge proficiency as Arcana checks. Garrick Colehand, a blacksmith who crafted weapons for heroes, losing his life to protect his forge from bandits. Rough and grumbling, he's fiercely protective of his wielder. The sword heats up, dealing an additional 1d6 fire damage and can ignite flammable items and surfaces. Brenna the Hearthkeeper, an innkeeper who harbored refugees during the war, eventually perishing when her inn was set to flame. Warm and nurturing, urging the wielder to protect those in need. She grants temporary hit points once for short rest when used to protect an ally.
That one's pretty good too.
Yeah. Yorin, the street rat, a pickpocket who turned vigilante using his skills to steal from the wicked and help the poor. He's witty, sly, and always looking for the next opportunity. He grants advantage on sleight of hand checks and can cast invisibility for 1 minute once for long rest.
He's Ratman.
I'll fully plan on letting you guys each create your own magic item for your peoples when you have the budget next time.
I actually do have a question.
Yeah.
What number of miracle points did my interaction cost since you didn't stipulate one at the time?
3.
Alright then.
I gave my guy the best magic item. People.
Flavor.
I mean, I haven't gotten to mine yet, and I've already given him a gigantic tree of power that makes staffs of power,
True.
and made a natural spring, and then dictated him both a covenant and a prophecy.
You were busy.
That's
I
why
am
you got
a
a
dramatic
discount.
bitch.
Yeah, you even like bled for it.
Yes.
This is.
All right, so hard to choose. What soul you going with?
It is. There's 2 of them that it's between.
Why
Less
not both?
restoration.
Describe
Maybe the cream.
the Mercy and the Hearth one again.
Muriel the Untarnished, a holy knight who embodied purity and mercy, said to have never taken an innocent life. Gentle but firm, constantly reminding its wielder to consider mercy before violence. It deals radiant damage to undead and fiends and can cast lesser restoration once per long rest. The Hearth is an innkeeper who harbored refugees during a war, eventually perishing when her end was set aflame. She's warm and nurturing, urging the wielder to protect those in need. She grants temporary hit points once per short rest when used to protect an ally.
Do the hit point one.
But that one
That's
applies to
restoration.
yourself, so it's less about protecting other people and more about like making
Oh,
yourself
I thought it was
tankier.
the allies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with the Mercy one. With the lesser restoration.
Okay. Miriel, the Untarnished, as a spirit, appears before you.
As she places her soul into the sword, Virtue's going to tell her to guide her well.
Ooh. I shall. She shall grow to be the embodiment of justice and mercy.
We went for about hot days with her around.
What is her command word? Make sure you're writing all this down, by the way, please.
Bro, fucking after you just shout repent.
Mossy, striking.
Mustard!
Ketchup.
I just imagine this sword being used a few hundred years later. Do you want to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?
Putting on the Ritz.
Oh god.
No one knows what the Ritz is, but they're very terrified when it comes out.
How about the command word be a question? What is virtue?
Ooh.
With the answer, of course, being mercy.
They're gonna scream for Mossy.
Yeah, the
pretty good.
command word will definitely be mercy.
You could have the ritual version be like that.
Yeah, the ritual version is probably going to be longer. The ritual version would probably be like
Yeah. I would go ahead and call these your chosen,
mercy.
by the way.
It'd probably be mercy for the innocent, justice against the evil, or something along those
All right,
lines.
make sure you write it down, please.
All right.
Okay, so you can either give it a spell to cast, or you give it a unique trait in relation to alignment. I'm very flexible in the last one, particularly if it's a requirement. Like you have to be a certain alignment to wield it, for example.
Oh yeah, it would definitely be good aligned only.
Okay. Do you want lawful?
Does it have to be on that spectrum? If it's simply just good in general?
That depends up to her.
I'd probably keep it as just good. Even though Virtue tries to be lawful, she knows, like, she acknowledges chaotic good as well.
Okay. She takes the sword, and as she raises it into the air, light cascades everywhere like a second sun. The goblins hiding in the shadows scream as they're stunned. She goes to execute the goblin, and the sword speaks to her, considering mercy before violence. She then non-lethally beats the shit out of everyone.
Hell yeah.
Let's
That's the
go.
spirit.
Giving them concussions won't hurt anyone.
Tell that
As
to
the
the NFL.
goblins are unconscious, she leaves them in the middle of the pairing, tied up with enough food and water to last a few days. And then she takes the children and leads them into the city, a nearby village. Man, you love to non-lethally beat the shit out of them.
Absolutely.
When the blade touches anyone of evil alignment, it turns into a kind of beam of energy.
Got power swords and shit. Damn.
Bug Zapper.
Can you send me the text for the personality in that sword, by the way?
Yeah, I got you. Here we go. All right, was that fun? You like reading your item?
Absolutely. How many points does that take, by the way?
That is a separate special action because some people are out of points, and I don't want people not to be able to do the cool thing. So we'll say safely that you spent pretty much all your points.
Works for me. After all, I did also give her paladin powers.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, she didn't even have to bleed for it.
All right, Zane. Are you
Yes.
searching for another person to use as a chosen, or using him as a chosen? The
I'll use
bugbear
him as a
who has
chosen.
long arms.
The Bugbear has ridiculous reach.
I will choose him
Call him
as
Stretch
my chosen.
Armstrong.
Okay.
Let's go.
So.
I will nurture him before I devour his heart, gaining his strength as my own.
Oh my god, that's brutal. Okay.
You are
It'll be
You're
a
definitely gonna
cannibalistic.
have the trickery domain. I'm just saying.
it's a symbiotic cannibalistic.
Symbiotic,
Okay.
cannibalistic. I don't know about that
Raise
one.
the
Chief.
cattle or eat its leg.
If you become too strong, then you get devoured. It's a great honor.
Are you having that as a tenet of your religion?
Oh no,
You're
it'll be an
stealing part of
unknown.
my shtick.
Oh
No,
god,
that's gonna be unknown.
it's a lie.
See, no. Here's the real secret to it. You say that when you become strong enough,
You get
ascend.
ascended.
Exactly.
You call it
Enter
ascending.
your stomach.
And you go off to vanquish the enemies.
Valhalla.
There can only be one strong one.
I will say this. If you kill someone and you eat their heart of someone who's totally loyal to you and you betray them in every way, you gain not just their strength, their ability to live. You gain what remaining life they were supposed to have.
You can live indefinitely.
I feel like if I accept that, then I'm saying that I don't have divine life and I'm going to end up dying one day.
That's fair.
Someone had cancer and you didn't know it.
Though to be fair, I mean, if I fail to eat someone's heart, then maybe I deserve to die anyways. I think it's fitting.
We have a certain
Zane can only.
situation from a certain game, if you guys know what I'm talking about, that we're not going to talk about because someone hasn't played it.
Which game?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. How bad can it
But
be?
no,
Okay.
I already know basically what kind of crafted item I'd
All
want.
right. What are you going to do?
It is going to be it will be hand wrappings, studded wrappings.
Okay. And what kind of effect do you want it to have?
Well, it'll deal D6 damage instead of the unarmed +1.
Okay.
And it has the effect when you land a attack with it, you can attempt a grapple check. I think that'd be good for someone with 25-foot reach. So you can grab someone and pin them 25 feet away. And just beat the living shit out of them.
Okay.
Non-lethally or lethally?
What? So it
Also-
increases his reach.
No. His reach is already 25 feet.
Got you.
So whenever you hit with an attack with these, you can attempt a grapple check.
Okay. That's fair.
If
You want
you
to
want
imbue
it
them? You want
balanced,
to
I guess
imbue
it could
them
be
with the soul?
what souls are laying around?
You've
Starts
got
checking the
you've
bargain bin.
got 5 goblinoid souls
Black market.
and 5 downtrodden souls.
You say downtrodden.
Yeah, as in ones that were like former slaves or people who are just like on the worst end of society.
Let's do 5 goblin souls in this one in these 2 hand wraps.
Okay. Okay. um So one of them was a hobgoblin warlord. So it grants. Let's see, that was just bad. I'll just give that an effect. Allies who stay behind you gain advantage against fear effects.
You're lame. Toss it out into the astral void.
The guy's like, ah! You hear nom 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 in the distance. You fed the darkness a little bit, but it was probably worth it.
It was probably worth it.
That goblin is never getting reborn.
Good.
There
Give
is
others
a goblin
fear effect.
champion who is once a gladiator. He fought for freedom, but he fell. The sword gains increased damage against larger foes, 1d6, or sorry, 2d6.
Potentially. I'll keep him right here.
The darkness scampers up like a dog and eats the scraps out of your lap.
No, bad.
Bats it away with shoe.
I invoke the
Newspaper.
spectral shoe of beating.
Get the newspaper and the dog to scamper.
Oh, where's my newspaper at?
I
Add
just
an
play a
attention.
dad paladin who just has a newspaper as his weapon and he's smiting with it. It's the +1 Sunday edition.
Okay, I think I found the one that's going to definitely be for you, dude. Vorg the Heavy-Handed. He's a brutal bugbear known for his terrifying strength. Sword adds force damage to heavy blows and intimidates weaker foes. But its wielder feels an uncontrollable urge to crush weaker beings when using it.
Zane, did you put yourself in the weapon?
He duplicated himself.
Maybe it's just a common trait amongst my kind. Who knows?
Yeah, basically, it would convert the damage to force damage instead of bludgeoning, making it quite harder to resist.
My only concern with it is that the healers then began beating up on the shadow goblins. Can't have that. But yeah, that one will work out well. Can you send me the write up for that real fast?
Yeah, give me a second. Fucking lagging really hard.
Oh, by the by, Theo, I have some slightly upsetting news.
Yeah, what's up?
My tournament got held back a week, so I now have to go back to work and re-up the fucking request off to change it.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, it can be a quarterstaff.
Cute.
woo.
You know
Oh.
what? Make it a normal, like a kind of like perhaps like there's a ritual with your monk where you carry around a like small container of salt or something in order to like it's some kind of like wisdom thing when you spray salt on your thing in order to I don't know I
Could
don't
be a
have anything good for
meditative
that.
ritual.
Yeah, like a meditative ritual to try to like control how much you eat. You make it too salty, you don't eat too much, kind of thing. And so like it looks like that until she squeezes it and then becomes a fucking quarterstaff.
I mean, to be fair, a quarterstaff could also just be disguised as a walking stick.
That's true.
Ooh,
That would be a
that's a
deceptively
cool idea.
powerful walking stick.
Call it the shepherd's cane.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, you can name your weapon. Um, okay. Okay, so there's a soul of a particularly greedy goblin who amassed vast wealth through cunning and trickery. His greed was so insatiable that even his death couldn't sever his desire for treasure. How his soul clings to anything valuable, forever searching for riches. Uh, Once per day, you can attempt to steal an item from an enemy within 5 feet.
Within 5 feet. Why not within reach? Within reach would be better.
That's right, within reach.
Excellent. Can I, since there's 2 gloves, can I try to put 1 soul in each glove?
Okay, that's fair because it's like kind of like an ability. So this one will grant +1 to strength. Okay.
Fisto
So
and Yoinky.
A yonky. Stone treasure.
I want
Uh-oh.
2 polar
Yoinky.
opposite souls. That way
Yoink.
it gives whoever wears them schizophrenia.
Oh my god.
oh my god. Okay.
So it has one guy going about it, and the 2 souls
So one
bickering
guy
back
is a
and forth on what he should
crazy,
do.
insane, greedy goblin. The other
Yes.
one is
A
quick-witted.
sadistic bugbear. Oh.
A devil on his shoulder, and even
Yeah.
worse goblin.
It gains
gonna
Treasure
gives a
goblin on your
+1.
other shoulder.
It gives a +1 to intelligence.
I was gonna throw a
And
wrench in the mix and offer that they both have the same voice.
Oh my god.
Of course.
No, it's
it
misbehaved
grants the
person
use of
and,
evasion once per day.
So the greedy goblin is +1 strength,
Yep.
and once a day steals something within reach.
Yep.
Now, is that +1 strength a stat or mod?
It's a good question. Stat.
I'm guessing it's a stat, yeah.
I don't
And what's
really
the
like
other soul?
those. I like the other format that it generated. I like the other format. Oh my god.
How do you guys like the jet so far? I think I'm getting
Ooh.
close to a good saturation.
It's a good blue.
Yeah.
Have you
Nice
done
sky
the clouds yet?
The clouds are going to come after. This is the base
Yeah.
coat. I've got, where is my pure white? I had it right here for later. I also got a bunch of reds for like the nose cone and the front of the jet engines in front. It's coming. It's just this base layer of just the sheer body paint is first because it takes forever. And
I will
I'm
say,
getting
if you wear
saturation.
both gloves, your reach increases by 5 feet.
Oh my god. That's what, 30 feet?
Yep.
Every night you have to make a wisdom save to not have the voices influence you the next dawn.
The greedy goblin.
So there's a
Tries
greedy
to look.
goblin, and what's the other goblin?
There's the greedy, and there's the quick-witted and intelligent one. There's other ones too.
No, that one bugbear that was fully violent.
Yeah,
The one that just wants to kill everything we got.
No,
yeah.
bully. Yeah, we'll probably die, but not necessarily.
It's definitely better than the other ones, that's for sure.
I'm gonna step away for a moment and go get another beverage. Pardon me.
Ooh. So if you instead choose to just use one soul, you get an extra passive based on them. So like for example, the greedy goblin soul, when it gives you luck. So basically, whenever you gain advantage on any ability check related to the acquisition or negotiation of wealth, such as persuasion or insight checks concerning trade or treasure.
No. It needs to be 2 souls. Conflicting ideals.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, okay, so the war raged goblin, you can add your con modifier to your damage rolls if it's positive for unarmed strikes and attack melee attacks.
So add con mod to unarmed.
Yeah. I was expecting like a cool axe or a hammer. Nah, man, you're like hand wraps.
Studded hand wraps, yep.
Studded hand wraps. All right. Morella,
Yes.
who are you going to
Uh,
have her chosen? Are you going to find one? Are you going to create one? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna probably find one. I'm probably gonna go for listening to those that travel in the darkness, that miss the stars, that have connections. Anyone who strongly desires to travel, to connect, to learn. And hopefully by then I can have a system, a tunnel web through every city, every state that continues to spiral. So anyone who travels by stars can find their way to each other.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I ADHD'd out. I saw something shiny. I did not pay attention to your really awesome description. I'm sorry about that. Can you please re-explain it to me?
I want to find someone who has connections, that longs to travel and to explore and to make more connections, that eventually can slide or crawl out or make a web through every city, every country, every state to connect to each other so that when they find a star, they can follow it, find another, and that one finds
Oh, so
another.
you want to create like a
A
star
chain.
cult, like a navigator's cult.
Yes.
Um, Actually, let me see if I don't know if I ever sent you that document. Hold on.
It sent me a lot of documents.
Not this one specifically. Mm, Okay, there's a lot of stuff that. Oh my god, I have so much to do with her right now. Holy fuck. Yeah. Okay. Roll me perception.
Perception. I believe that's a plus. Let me double check. Perception. It's plus 6. That is a 25.
Okay.
My dice are very lucky. I'm surprised they haven't fallen off the floor yet.
Uh, damn it.
Can't find it.
No, give me a second. So you hear a widow, a farmer, an old sailor, a young woman, a former priest, and a small child praying in desperation.
Ben immediately goes to the old sailor because he probably has some connections. But the child, I listen to what the child is praying for.
There is a small child named Kyra who was once believed to be the child of a long forgotten prophecy. She's grown up knowing that the gods have abandoned her people. They have abandoned everyone. They don't care anymore. And only the new gods matter. But she often stares up into the sky and wonders what she did to deserve this. She often wonders what she's supposed to do to bring them back. Because no one answers prayers anymore. Sure, you can get favors, but they're by wicked deals and people who control territory, not by beings who care, not by beings who made the world. She doesn't want to pray to a parasite. She doesn't know how to stop. She used to believe she had a purpose, that she was the key to restoring the gods, but after many years of no answers, she's grown frustrated and angry, and she's still clinging to the faint, flickering hope that something, anything, might still return to her people. She prays because she doesn't know how to stop. Why won't you come back? Why can't you hear me? You said we'd all be saved. You said we'd be blessed. I've waited and waited. I've done everything you've asked. It's been all lies, hasn't it? You've gone and left us to die. Tell me, what was it all for? What am I supposed to do now? I don't even know how to keep waiting. I don't know if I even want to.
I will gently brush against the child's mind, and they can feel like chill of the night that perhaps when the stars were alive, they could hear them sing like Morella could when she was in the astral plane. She'll greet the child and say, "Though you have waited, old ages have passed and new stars will always arise. Do not give up hope, because your hope has succeeded far more than anyone else. Thank you for waiting. I can try my best, and you can try yours. But you have done so many wonders for keeping up your hope. That is a very brave thing to do, even when everyone else may have lost theirs.
She asks what she's supposed to do to bring everyone back. What does it all mean? What is the
That is what you,
summarization of her life?
that is only an answer you can find. But I want to give her some little crystal of the star that can faintly glow within her to show that the stars will always be there for her. That anytime she wants to find home to help guide people, the little orbs will guide her, just like the stars used to for sailors. Let them guide home. Let the stars guide you where you need to be. That is all you can do. But you can do so much more than anything was told.
So, do you choose her as her chosen?
Yes,
What mission would you give her?
to connect to others, to try and restore the faith to Old City if it's possible, but mostly to travel, to see the world, to explore her own faith and connect. That's and find who she wants to be. Because after all, traveling will bring you to many places you never seen. And that's what she wants to bring to people, to see the stars and to navigate the world.
Okay. So, um, do you want her to spread the word of who and what you are?
If she allows it, I wouldn't mind it, but it's not my most pressing mission. But I will take it if she is willing.
She is going to say, there must be others who are bound by the stars. I cannot start this alone.
And you will not be alone. I will find others, and then perhaps you can see them if you meet them, and you can join together. The stars will always welcome you home.
How will
The
I
stars
find
are
those
coming back.
people?
Let their light guide you away. Let the stars guide you. You trusted in the stars once. You can trust them again.
How do I don't even know how to do that anymore.
So, traveling is about discovering ways to navigate. Only you can discover how you truly want to navigate. But let this little orb, this little star, be the very first step. And may you find your own joy.
And what gift are you going to bestow into her?
Is there a way I can bestow, other than the like tiny starlight orb to guide her? Is like navigation connection possible? That it helps her connect to others easier to navigate the dunes, the ocean, land, cities.
So here's what happens. There is a small purple flower next to your foot. You feel an instinctual hand guide you. You pluck it up, and as you touch it, you swirl it between your fingers, and it slowly turns into glass. It hasn't quite budded. As it turns into glass, it does in fact bloom, And in the center, where you think is a drop of water, a orb appears and it grows like a tiny little snow globe. And inside of it, under starlight, you can see a map of the world with a slightly bright star indicating your position.
I will give
It
that
is
to her.
a compass rose. Unless you can come up with a better name for it.
I love that name. I'm not getting rid of it.
We'll write it down.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Marchione, last but not
Yes.
least.
Woo! Meet me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What title did you give her, by the way, Morello? Like, what did you call yourself? And what is your credence? Creed.
Mine was probably the Starlight Pharaoh, like a fairy carries to and
Post
from.
it. Post it in Lore Dumps.
Got it.
All right, Marchione, what does your item look like? What are you doing?
I'm going to do something that's a little out of sorts compared to the regular tradition we have going on. I'm going to create a set of beautiful scarlet robes with a hood.
Okay.
These robes allow once every 10 years a caster, a mage, who is willing to sacrifice their body and perish because of it, imprint one spell permanently into the robes.
Okay. Interesting.
This spell can be cast once per day by the person who attunes to it, and it is a +1 arcane conduit. Eventually, after so many aeons of doing this, it can become a +2 or +3, respectively.
Okay.
These
What
will
are
be
you
the
gonna, what are you
robes of
gonna
the
name
martyr. The crimson robes of the magi. And I would also awaken a soul within it to help guide and teach the next young mage to pick up the robes,
it? Okay.
if you have any on standby.
Yeah, I'll.
Everyone else uses their souls to nurture and guide their chosen, whereas I want 2 souls to make mine crazy.
You're an absolute menace.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Zane's gotten the wrong homework assignment.
I mean, you're welcome to do as you wish.
Yeah.
You have 5 arcane and scholarly souls each.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Damn it.
Okay. So one is you ready?
Hmm.
One is Silithar, the Unbound Conduit. He was once a powerful wizard who sought to transcend the limits of mortal magic. After a failed experiment, his body became part of the arcane weave itself, existing as a fragmented consciousness that roams the currents of magic, forever seeking a way to reclaim a physical form. He's a curious-driven soul, always focused on expanding the boundaries of magic itself. He can be a bit distant, even impatient, as he seeks answers that seem just out of reach. His voice is often laced with excitement or frustration, depending on the situation. The item is, when it is imbued with its essence, becomes a sentient conduit of magic. He will constantly seek new ways to expand its capabilities and enhance the flow of arcane power. Once prolonged rest, the wielder can channel Silithar's boundless energy to temporarily boost their spellcasting abilities. The next spell cast gains advantage on attack rolls, and the caster regains one spell slot of the highest level they have available up to level 5.
All right.
Uh, Solaria, the Celestial Weaver. She was an elven archmage whose magical pursuits centered on the manipulation of fate and destiny. She believed that by weaving the threads of the universe, she could influence the world for the better. She was last seen at the edge of the astral sea, trying to tie off the strands of reality itself. She's calm, methodical, and contemplative. She speaks slowly and carefully, always considering the consequences of her words. She views everything as interconnected and tries to guide others towards fulfilling their fates. When imprinted on an item, her essence weaves an aura of destiny around the wielder's actions. The item becomes an anchor for those seeking to fulfill their true purpose. Once for a short rest, the wielder can call upon her influence to alter the course of their fate. The next attack roll, saving throw, and ability check is granting a +2 bonus. This wielder can then use the ability after seeing the roll, but before knowing the result. That's pretty good too.
Oh yeah. That's a good running.
There was once a storm sorcerer named Zeliath who was forged pacts with elemental forces to control the raw power of the storm. One fateful night, in an attempt to harness the power of a tempest, he was struck by lightning and his soul merged with the storm, becoming one with the sky in itself. He's intense and quick-tempered, much like the storms he once commanded. He can be unpredictable, full of passion, and sometimes a bit reckless in his eagerness to unleash his power. However, he deeply values freedom and the ability to act without restriction. Once an item is imbued with him, the item becomes charged with crackling electric energy, occasionally surging with storm-like energy at the wielder's will. The items will against an aura of electricity and raw elemental might. Once prolonged rest, the wielder can unleash a short burst of thunderous energy, creating a 20-foot cone of thunder. It's basically a thunder wave.
Yeah.
Once prolonged rest. There was Celestia, a moonlit sorceress, she drew her power from the moon itself. She was known for her mysterious rituals, casting her spells in the pale glow of moonlight. When she attempted to channel the full power of the moon in astral ritual, she was lost to time, her spirit now existing only in the ebb and flow of the lunar tides. She's serene, wise, and compassionate. She's always thinking of the greater good, and she speaks with the softness of moonlight itself. Her voice carries a sense of eternal calm. She often takes a moment to consider the consequences before offering advice. Whenever an item is imbued with her, she grows in radiant lunar power, radiates a soft light and an aura of tranquility. The world gains the ability to channel the calm yet powerful energy of the moon. Once for long rest, you can call upon this power to envelop themselves in a shimmering moonlit shield. For 1 minute, the wielder gains +2 AC, and any creature that hits them with a melee attack takes 1d6 radiant damage. There was a master enchanter in the Guardian of Ancient Magical Artifacts. He dedicated his life to guarding powerful relics, protecting them from those who misuse their magic. The final act before his death was the sealing away a forbidden relic, binding his soul to the very enchantments he had crafted. He's stoic and protective, fears the low to those who have earned his trust, and is distrustful of those who seek power for selfish reasons. I tell you what, man, I'm just gonna send you all of these. Fuck it, honestly.
I'm sorry if it's a lot.
It is a lot, bro. It is a lot. And honestly, I'll just let you fucking read all these, and you can tell me which one, and I may make adjustments. Keep that in mind.
Right. I honestly would have figured the second one, when you were listing out their detail, would have been like a mini portent of once for long rest they get an additional roll that the DM rolls
No.
or something. But that's just me being weird.
Oh God. These are the scholarly. Oh,
Mhm.
dude, I fucking hate Discord. I swear to God, I'm losing my fucking shit. Like, why is it that? Like, it's not even that many. I have Discord Nitro. I don't understand the fucking problem. Jesus. There you go.
All right, I'm beginning
That's
speed
quickly
reading.
taking up a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. I'll use the restroom.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'm going with I think it was Eleanor.
Okay.
Eleanor, the
Eleanor.
keeper of forbidden knowledge.
Okay.
But before I imbue them into the robe, I'm going to task them to keep in mind the great destiny that we must invoke and the task at hand for who I am giving this robe to gain knowledge and power, and to prepare to sacrifice for the greater good of the world. The temptations and secrets are grand, but do not overburden the one who wields this with power beyond what they can handle.
Okay. So his core tenet is for the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I realize that I also need to seek out who is going to receive this robe.
Who are you giving it to?
Well, I'm going to listen for prayers, more so of my peoples, to see if I can find anyone worthy of being a prophet.
Roll perception. What kind of person are you looking for?
You want to first and foremost, or alternatively a fledgling mage. That's going to be a dirty 20.
You find a fledgling mage who doesn't have an innate great understanding of magic, but he's very frustrated with his inability to progress, and no one takes his ideas seriously.
What are his ideas?
He thinks that through proper concentration and study, energy could just be energy. Why couldn't they cast divine spells?
He seeks to bridge the knowledge of the weave. I will speak to him in his dreams.
How do you appear?
I appear in the vise of a celestial being, covered in snakes, eyes all along my shoulders and upper arms, several along my face and head. My first words to him are, "Be not afraid."
Of course we will.
He looks at you with his phobia of snakes and screams.
I will hold out a hand and in sort of a choir's voice say, "Be calm. I do not wish to frighten you. I am here to aid you."
Roll me an Arcana.
You could cast Fireball.
13.
You feel yourself cast heroism.
You mean calm emotion?
No, heroism.
Alrighty. Receive
Oh, wait,
temporary
yes.
HP.
No, you're right. Calm emotions. My bad.
Well, heroism I think also gives you immunity to being frightened.
It does.
So both are applicable.
And since he's in the middle of a long rest if he's dreaming, then the temp HP wouldn't matter anyway.
If someone tries to stab him in his sleep, he has just enough HP to wake up. Beat they ass.
And go back to sleep for 4 less time.
Anywho's, it's...
You should give yourself a
You-
music.
I turn my attention to the mage. You have been hard at work, churning away at your studies and your theorems. Yet you are disregarded. I have seen you, and I know you. I wish to offer you a boon and a task, but this is one of great import and of great sacrifice and study and pain. If you are
Failed
willing
his
to take
Arcana
it,
check. Who are you?
I am Hazard
God.
Neveth.
He failed his religion.
You will know me soon enough.
Your divine
I am the
eyes, you have
great
+1 to all his rolls.
Damn. He just had shitty rolling.
Well, he is a level 1 mage.
True.
With 12 intelligence.
Damn, we gotta fix that. Wait, you need 13 intelligence to become a wizard. How do you even get into school? What is this bullshit?
He's a
Oh,
Spartan
wait, he's just
virtue.
rogue. He lied his way into magical
Yeah.
college.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck this. I'm out. Flies away.
And now he's on the struggle bus.
You have evidently slipped through the guise of being a wizard when it seems to be you're not. Would you like to be?
Why, yes.
What is your ambitions with such power of being a wizard?
I want to blast things with force
Why?
energy. And I want to be able to cast any spell.
To what end?
Well, I suppose it would be easier to manage to have only had like a couple spells to remember, but they were always cast like really strong.
My voice will sort of echo as I'm trying to get to the point. Why do you want this power?
Oh. I want to show everyone else that I'm smart enough to be a wizard. I want to show them I'm right.
Those ambitions, I would say, are short-sighted. There is more greatness than you than this simple outcome. Power is inherent to responsibility, and there are great deeds that must be undertaken. I will give you the power you desire, but in turn I require you to take up the responsibility that comes with such power.
Yes.
There is a great evil that will come across the land that wishes to consume everything. Not only this world, but the stars themselves, gods, all of existence will be caught into darkness. If you'll be my champion, I will give you the power to become a great mage, and you will seek out my people, and we'll perform rituals that will empower me to fight back this darkness.
Yes, of course.
You'll be the first of many. And
I
as
trust
such,
you
I will give
implicitly
you
with my 3 insight.
these robes, but I warn you, you are not going to be the one to defeat the darkness. You are simply the start of the path.
I must find the next part of the path.
I've imbued these as I will materialize the robes in front of them as it floats with a guidance, a spirit similar to your own. One who can know arcane lore deeper than what most can. You will take these robes, you will learn, you will grow. You'll become a powerful mage. And when the time comes, a great sacrifice will be laid upon your shoulders. And I would hope you would be one to bear it before passing these robes on to another.
Of course. What sacrifice?
Your life.
Oh,
This will not be immediate. You'll have a long length of time to study and grow and to do good deeds in my name, before eventually I will call you back, and your suffering will end.
could it happen like the day before I'm supposed to die?
Consider it the day before your mental faculties decline. After a time of picking up and training your own apprentice who will eventually replace you. Say
see.
another 40 or 50 years, not immediately.
I shall institute a good rule then. I heard it once. There's only going to be 2 of us.
Do not invoke that mentality. Train as many as need be, but only have one apprentice to take on this burden, one who will understand and willingly accept the eventual sacrifice.
Yes.
Power is easy to desire, but it is hard to
I shall
wield.
have to have them prove themselves worthy of the sacrifice.
The robes will guide you. Do not act brashly or act in means of destruction. Think for the greater good.
For the greater good.
In time, I will see you again. But for now, wake up. And when he awakes, the robes will be at the foot of his bed.
He wakes up, doesn't sign the contract, signs it, or doesn't like read the contract, signs it. You know, the contract you naturally sign by putting on the robes.
Mm-hmm. The Santa Claus.
Yeah, pretty much.
And thus begins the legend of the Crimson Mage.
Roll me a D100.
'62.
Roll me a nature.
14.
Okay. Roll me a D12.
Every dice.
8.
That was 64 years ago. 164 years ago.
Mm.
You've given him robes in the past. Now there is a small cult with the 8th generation wearing the robes.
And at least 8 spells Or actually, probably up to 16 spells at this point. Or no, it'd be the 8th generation, so 7 spells on it.
Hmm.
Now, the real question is, has that cult been linked up with the Yuan-Ti of the staff wizard I initially had set up? Since one of my commandments was to find my people.
They find them in a remote, underdark village. Almost like a temple, the last remaining refuge of their people.
Well, I did warn him.
He is currently stuck in a room because there is a trap.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Listen, he's not that good.
I know this is awkward. I know it's me again. Hi. Yeah, I did it again. I'm stuck. You know,
How was he stuck?
he triggered a trap and now the door is sealed with like spikes.
Mm.
I love the implication that he did it again.
Just like the fifth time in a row.
I'm going to appear in a vision to my people and tell him of the mage I have sent to help lead and to carry on the great plan.
Oh, great. Fantastic. I'd love to deliver the news. Yeah. So about that trap.
The great plan.
I will shatter the wall and lead him forward.
As you shatter the wall, you notice the lever was right next to the wall. He could have mage handed it.
I mean, I'm going to give him a break. He's 160 something years old at this point.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, he'd be dead. He'd be one
Yeah.
of the first sacrificed.
Yeah. It appears that those who have been, let's just say, conditioned for the role have been a type.
God damn it.
It's okay though. It's okay because I want you to
Faithful.
roll me an Arcana roll.
They just gotta have faith. They don't need to be
13.
smart.
They're dumb, loyal dogs.
The intelligence of the soul bound into the robe has been steadily increasing. He's been draining intelligence from everyone who wears the robe.
God damn it.
It's for the greater
Just-
good, bro.
Well, yes, but to what end if you're going to be weakening the vessel?
Obviously,
Say,
It's
draining
okay.
it's doing
intelligence to
good.
what end? Are they going to give it to the final bearer when the time comes?
Yes.
Okay, that's all you need to say.
Yeah. And he's like, it's fine. We get the brain juice, right? And he shows him pulling a brain like a zombie brain out. He's like, we blend this bitch up real good.
I don't know what to say. It sacrifices by generation. And on top of the spell, it permanently takes some intelligence before they die, so that whenever it's activated, it gives the boost.
Quite literally a galaxy brain moment for a very short time.
You go into the avatar mode before you become retarded.
Basically, your intelligence at the moment would become 32.
Alright.
Damn.
Imagine
Question
that still
is, good luck
saved DC.
controlling someone who has an intelligence of 32.
Never said anything about their wisdom.
True.
Fair enough. So you're targeting low wisdom
suggestion
individuals,
spell-
are you?
The suggestion spell, as well as many compulsive enchantment spells, are wisdom based.
To be fair, the last time I played a wizard, they were -1 wisdom.
It's very Yanti to build an item to gain power, making them think they're going to get more powerful, only to build in a weakness that only you can exploit.
Yep. But it's legitimately for the greater good. It is also a safeguard to keep someone who's trying to be fucking power hungry from just fucking off with the robes.
Okay. All right. So, that's that. Uh, Suddenly the vision ends, and you guys are back in the shop. The box appears to be a normal box.
Is the box light now?
Yep.
You go check it.
I want to throw it at the gnome guy.
He goes,
They just mage hand catch it in front of him. Come on now. Let's not terrorize this man in his own shop.
Just giving him back his box.
You don't have to throw it. That's how things break. You know this.
I can't break something already broken, like his mind.
You can break it more.
No, it's already broken.
Everyone roll me a perception check. DC 20.
23.
22.
6. Evidently, I can't catch
16.
a break today.
Virtue and Zane, you see a black cat up in the rafters staring at the gnome.
Oh, oh,
Does it have wings?
It does.
she's back.
Who liked that being to begin with? Who in this party actually liked her?
Me.
Morella?
Are you saying you don't like Olivia?
Nope, I hate her.
Olivia saved me too much for me to not like her.
I had cheeky fun toying with her for a hot minute in the desert, but I have no qualms with her, so I like her.
Right?
Everyone roll me Arcana if they can see her.
So the two that can see her can roll Arcana.
Yep.
Yep. 16.
Or would they
Nice.
have pointed out the cat to us?
Her eyes glow blue. And you can see a
Oh.
magic wave pass over the gnome.
Does it seem to do something to him?
Was it command?
He shakes his head and seems more confused.
She's the one causing this.
Olivia, what are you doing?
She looks at you.
See.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Can I look up at whatever the fuck Virtue is looking at when she says, Olivia,
15.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
Alright, I
What'd
will
you get?
also roll Arcana, I guess.
15.
She commanded you to be silent.
16 Arcana from me.
Yeah, he's doing it. Cat's doing it.
I'm going to message Cantripper and ask, what exactly are you doing this for? Is he a threat?
She shakes her head and says, "You are not ready."
So I suppose he is.
I'll reply and similar. I'm still going to be message cantripping this entire time. Not ready for what exactly? I'm asking a simple question.
Stay away from him.
So he's a threat then.
She shimmers and disappears.
Man, some very basic information would have been lovely, I guess. I shrug my shoulders.
Had a fun little chat.
Evidently, we are not to be engaging with them. But the reason why has been left on the table.
Mm.
I can understand the want to not be interfered with such a thing, but I'd rather understand why I'm supposed to be avoiding this rather than just I'm supposed to. This is very unhelpful.
He drops something onto a small scale model, and a house tips over. And he knocks it back and kind of like starts to reglue it. Oh, Butterfingers, Butterfingers. And then suddenly you get a sending of an image in your head, Marchione. A city
Nudes!
turned on its side.
Oh,
For fuck's sake. Evidently, we're dealing with someone much more powerful than they realize, even themselves. Perhaps his
mean, I thought that
enfeeblements
was
to keep them from doing more harm.
obvious from the start.
Well, yes, but I would at least hope some explanation of magnitude might have been helpful.
You see another image of the city of Osral with a giant meteor so large as to block out the sun, with a maniacal looking gnome on top of it, impaling towards the city.
So evidently he is a city eliminating threat.
Peachy.
How
I
bad could
suppose
City
we
Busters really be, guys?
I
but
don't know. I haven't built one yet. Give me a minute.
You're like, hold on, I'm not quite there yet. I need a little bit more studying.
Like, DM, how much enriched uranium can I find on the market?
Well, surprisingly, it's good value considering.
Just turn it into fucking like tableware.
You can ask a spider or a book.
I'm going to legend lore using the book about the gnome.
Oh fuck. Oh
Wow.
fuck.
You brought it up.
You asked for this.
Oh, I forgot about that spell being a thing. It's such a
DM,
good spell.
prepare to write the novel of your life.
I think you mean the novel of the gnome's life.
That too.
3 hours later, he still hasn't finished.
So if that's anything, that's a perfect time to fucking call the session there. Either that, or you just put me in limbo for however long it takes.
That's
for...
gonna be very expensive. You
Well, I
need
get one
2,500
for long
gold
rest.
worth for an incense.
You said I could cast it once for long rest.
That's true. Oh, that's right. It's the item. I forgot. You
Yep,
weren't actually using the
item,
spell.
not a.
Item says go fuck yourself with material components.
Yeah.
Okay.
Begins flossing.
There is legend of some kind of creature, some nefarious trickster, who is too insane to understand the gravity of their impact. It's always in the shape of a gnome. And in an attempt to exterminate him, gnomes as a species were eradicated.
Oh shit.
Oh god, they got gnomed.
Dunch.
Yep. All for except a secret gnome sanctuary.
Is there an asterisk by the gnome? By the name gnome?
There is some, let's just say, tangential lore we're getting to it. It seems to have almost limitless ability to manipulate reality.
It is the trickster god.
Well, no, unless you know one of the gods will live somehow, some way, some form.
You're saying that she is heart.
I'm
I
not
don't think that
saying
would
I'm
go
going to eat
well.
its heart. What I am saying is there's going to be some food on the table.
It's good because like chicken.
You feel radiating energy go through your mind. You come under the effect of divine sense. Now let me go into.
That is advantage on attack rolls against fiends, demons, and undead, right?
Give me 1 second. There are two Celestials in your presence until they disappear, until Olivia disappears. Olivia and him are Celestials.
I'm gonna say, wouldn't my eye pick that up?
That's a good point. Do you think so?
Common knowledge.
But the eye was just true sight.
Yeah, it would
is
show
indeed
their
true
real
sight.
shape.
Oh, that's a good point.
Does true sight interact with seeming?
I mean, it would see through all.
Okay. I'll need to send you a picture of Olivia.
Oh boy, don't tell me it's the gigantic fucking like multi-eyed wheeled throne from the angelic host, biblically accurate angel style.
Yeah.
She definitely has a very cat-like personality, so she grew into that shape.
Where did I put the gory red? That's scarlet red. Here it is. I told you once I got the eye, I was going to start peeping the horrors.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't be mad. So I
And
need you to make me a wisdom save.
This is nothing new. This is not the first time she's tried this. 23.
She is a Solar.
Oh. Oh no.
For those who don't know that, they have a hot CR 21.
Oh boy.
a soul what?
Solar.
I believe that's one of the highest ends of Celestials.
I'm pretty sure it is.
A large celestial.
They even got them legendary actions.
Yeah, basically even like Lords of Hell hate fucking dealing with him.
Yeah, they're one of like the top. The Empyreans and the RL are the only ones higher than them.
Did he even have stat block in 5e?
Yes.
Yes.
Imperians?
Yes.
Yes.
CR23.
Yeah.
Monster Manual.
Oh, cool.
They're a Titanic Celestial, no less.
They can spell
There's another one.
commune. Oh my
Empyreans
god.
are actual biblical Nephilim.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, Nephilim are like the lowest of the low in the ranking.
Well, like I said,
I'll
biblical.
say this. She looks like a Solar in the sense of what she is. She's like a woman, but she is an Empyrean.
Oh no. Marchione is once again pale. Virtue would probably notice it's the same paleness in the oh shit expression that they had encountered the Pit Fiend with. It never gets any easier, does it? Okay, gang, what's the next move?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for reference on Solar and how strong those are, Zariel, before she became an Archdevil, was a Solar. What did Marchione say?
So, gang, what are we doing next? And you can blatantly tell he's sort of internally panicking. Because every other day now is like, oh hey, gigantic, powerful thing that could kill me in one fucking swing if it wanted.
Didn't you want to get those book pins?
Right, what was the gnome's name?
Thistlebane.
Mr. Thistle, by chance, are you looking to part with those pins over there?
Huh? Oh. Let me look at the Evans. Which one?
The, the savant pins that go on top of a spellbook?
Got you. Oh, to reduce the cost of transcribing?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the rarity?
I don't know. I don't know how many you have
I
in
think it
stock.
was uncommon.
Okay, yeah, 1,000 gold.
How many of those do you have in stock?
Each one's for a different school of magic, it says.
Well,
Oh,
I don't know if he has all of
those.
them.
Badge and
Yeah,
savant,
those.
not the pin.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a pin because it sticks into the thing. Semantics.
Okay, I'll say 1,200 gold each. He's
Could
got
I
3.
haggle it down to 800?
That's expensive as fuck.
Nah, I could do 1,050.
You're killing me, Smalls. Let me look at what I have here. Did I get gold from the last time we were running selling goods post mission?
I don't know. You could also try to haggle him down with the fact that we already sold him an uncommon item.
We did. I'm trying to see if there's anything else of note that'd be inclined to buy.
We got this harp.
That harp is entirely too much for that.
Looks over at my phoenix in a bag.
Alright, so what's the rarity of the harp?
Very rare?
Okay. Alright. I get to go to the Dungeons Master Guide.
What's the rarity of the Magnificent Mansion item?
Legendary.
Damn. Keep in mind there are now 3 different ways of pricing magic items.
Yeah.
Take your pick on which.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I try to do like uncommon or like relatively cheap, especially in this world. They're kind of like buying like a car. It's an expensive thing, but most people can afford one.
Damn, that just means we broke a spec.
Oh boy, absolutely not. Ooh. Okay. So I'm trying to find you an item. He's willing to give you an item of 1 rarity lower in exchange for the harp. So
No.
a rare item. Shit, I'm just gonna categorize by rarity instead. Okay. He wants to roll me a D100.
Sure. $26.
Wow, that's crazy. He offers you a stick that's got 3 rubbery tentacles at the end. There you go. I will send you a picture of it and potential items.
Looks a little rapey.
Oh wow. I gotta get going here soon, by the way, guys.
Maybe with the drow. Definitely is.
So I sent you guys the rod ends in 3 rubber tentacles. While holding the rod, you can take an action to direct the tentacles to stretch outward. Each one attacking creature you can see within 15 feet of yourself. For each tentacle, you may make a melee attack roll with a +9 bonus. A tentacle deals 1d6 psychic damage on a hit. You hit the same target with all 3 tentacles. The target must succeed in a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw or have the restrained condition until you have the incapacitated condition, or until you take a bonus action to release the target, or until the target is no longer within 15 feet of you. While restrained in this way, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage at the start of each of its turns. At the end of its turns, the target repeats a save, ending the effect on itself on its success.
It's a pretty powerful rod. You get 3 attacks. That'd be great for a rogue.
Baron can only do sneak attack once per turn anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Plus, she wouldn't get sneak attack on it because that doesn't have the finesse property.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, if I offer you this one, I know you're taking it.
Well, this is business. Oh. Oh no. Oh, of course. The first line of it is, it's made by the drow.
Of course it's made by the drow. Damn.
All right. So this crossbow,
Oh,
it's a
plus it gets slowed if it's hit by the tentacle rod.
yeah. There's also a second item he will offer you. You get to pick one. A Starshot crossbow. This crossbow is crafted with blackened wood and its limbs bear pearl inlays depicting constellations. You ignore the loading property with this crossbow. When you load no ammunition in a weapon, it produces its own, automatically creating 1 piece of magic ammunition when you make a ranged attack with it. The ammunition created by the weapon vanishes the instant after it hits or misses a target. The crossbow has 3 charges and regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. The crossbow is decorated with 3 constellations. As a bonus action, you can tap one of the constellations to invoke it, expending 1 charge and reducing one of the following effects. For balance, the next time you hit a creature with a ranged attack roll using this crossbow for the end of your next turn, you or another creature of your choice within 30 feet you can regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus. Flames. Until the end of your next turn, when you hit a creature with a ranged attack roll using the crossbow, the attack deals an additional 2d8 fire damage. Rogue. Until the end of your next turn, you have the invisible condition. Anything you are wearing or carrying is also invisible.
Oh my god.
Damn, that's really good.
Yeah, that's an absurd item, by the way. That might not that's wild. But I mean, rare items are also pretty strong generally. So like,
That's such a good item.
You already have a bow.
There's also a staff of healings.
Those are useful. Too bad we don't have a druid, cleric, or paladin.
Bard, cleric, or druid.
Bard. Yeah.
That sucks. Okay. Which item do you choose? Wait, is it even a fucking question? Let's be real.
Mhm.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
It's off to the rapey rod, right?
Or do we take any of them? Or do we just not take any of them, that is?
I don't want any of them.
See, eventually, Virtue's gonna have levels in Cleric, but that's not gonna be for a hot minute.
I'm so tempted.
We
I
already
was
just
thinking.
spent all of our money getting you a new bow.
I know. I'm almost thinking I could trade it, but the other one's so good,
You
so it's
can
the
get a
porter.
refund. It's fine.
Ah!
Now, I want to get back to my trade. Can I offer up the Candle of Infinite Whispers and 800 gold for a pin?
He'll take it.
Yay.
Hooray.
Which, to be fair, the bow that we already got you is also already rare.
Yep. Rare item for rare item. It's just depending which one do I want to use more.
What variety of pins does he have?
Well, except the Starshot crossbow is like insanely more expensive because I'd be trading out the very rare item to get it instead of just all our gold plus a uncommon
He has an
item.
evocation one.
I already have bonuses and reduction to evocation because I'm an evocation wizard.
He has illusion.
What else you got? I'll get an illusion one.
Oh, okay. Instead of the staff, he will offer a small bound iron chest with several unusual pieces of currency inside of it. They're large and heavy. They weigh like almost, you'd say like half or a third of a pound each.
I could heal people with that crossbow.
No, you can't.
Yeah, with that crossbow I can.
Nah.
Balance. Regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your proficiency bonus.
Nah.
The real
How
question
do
is
you?
whether we could trade
You're
out the
never
rare
gonna
bow
use
that
it.
we got you for the rare crossbow instead.
That's what I asked him. He said I could potentially trade it.
He said we could get a refund.
Yeah.
That's true.
He offers you 3 soul coins.
Can I eat one?
Absolutely not.
Can I eat a soul coin?
No.
Why? It's a coin.
It's got a freaking soul in it.
Does it really have a soul in it?
Yes. Yes, it does.
does.
Okay, whose soul is it?
Hi, I'm Steve from
I'm
accounting.
Steve.
My wife cheated on me, so I paid to have her killed. And I
See,
was
he's an
broke,
Yeah.
accountant.
so it was my soul. I didn't read the contract. It happens.
I wish I was in hell.
See,
Did we put Obama in this phone? In this bitch? What the fuck?
the accent he was using. But see, he's an accountant. He deserves it.
It's me, Greg Obama.
Oh wow. Okay.
Damn, does that mean that accountants are all evil?
All right. So
No, just that one.
he
Okay.
offers you
An
a
egg in this trying time.
a slumbering dragon vessel.
I
Fuck.
already have
Oh,
one of
fuck.
those.
Oh shit! I just spilled water.
It is a drinking horn made out of an orc's tusk.
A potion of
Fantastic.
healing.
Looks like a 1-pint drinking horn.
As a it's not the tusk of like an orc. It's like a tusk of like one of their mounts, like one of their like the tusk
A
from
warg,
like like a warg. It's fine.
or no, that'd be
Or
a dire wolf. Wargs are for goblins.
yeah, okay.
I was mistaken.
Or a dire boar.
Either or.
You can speak a command word if the vessel is empty to fill with one of the following: ale, olive oil, a potion of healing, or a potion of climbing. Once this property is used, it can't be used until the next dawn. Potion
I
you
need
create
to
this way loses
get more
its magical
paper towels,
properties if
pardon
it
me.
isn't imbibed within 24 hours.
We already got that jelly.
That's true.
Yeah, the once-a-day jelly. Great for 4 people.
Yep.
I forgot I have a necklace.
Not that an extra once a day would do us a whole lot more.
I don't know. Virtue seems to always be taking these long rests for some reason.
It's called unconsciousness.
Yeah, she's got this unfortunate tendency to use her healing hands on other people.
I don't understand why you guys get attacked so often. I'm
Yeah, what
reckless
a
attacking
mystery.
all day long, and I never get attacked.
Because they always go for virtue.
I'm back.
Welcome
Which
back.
is
Okay.
bizarre because they
Ring of the
definitely get
Orient.
hit more
This
by
ring has 6 charges. When you wear it, you can expend one of its charges to project your voice to be heard clearly by all creatures within 1 mile of yourself, regardless of the intervening noise for 1 minute. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone and 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wooden blocks blocks this projection. If you project your voice while speaking a language your listening creatures don't understand, you can make the creatures understand what you're saying. You must be able to see the creatures to make them understand. The ring regains 26 spinning charges daily at dawn. Yeah, I will say if you use it for intimidation checks, you will gain advantage.
I mean, that's a little bit further, but for the most part, I'm gonna get that next time we level up anyways from my class.
Yeah, well, it's more for Zane, honestly, there, because remember, his domination is an intimidation check.
It
It's
is.
already got advantage.
Does he?
No, I have
Generally, yeah.
disadvantage. In the dungeon, the only way I have advantage right now is if I were to use a teleportation effect that I have in the dungeon.
Oh.
If If I rage and use strength for intimidation, then I can have advantage on it.
Or if someone assisted you.
I have
Okay,
2
Cloak of the
buffoons to help
Bat.
me.
Wearing this cloak, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks in an area of dim light or darkness. You can grip the edges of the cloak and use it to gain a fly speed of 40 feet. If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying this way, if you are no longer in dim light or darkness, you lose this fly speed. Wearing this cloak in an area of dim light and darkness, you can cast Polymorph on yourself, shapeshifting into a bat. Well, in that form, you retain your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. The cloak can't be used this way again until the next dawn.
You become a vampire.
I can become a vampire.
You become a tiny bat. That's useful.
What is it?
As long as you're in the dark.
Or dim light. There's always dim light.
We're in the mine shaft. It's gonna be there in some spot.
Yeah, just make a deal
Really?
taking away the sun. It's fine.
I mean, it's already halfway gone, right?
Yeah.
Damn, if
If
you
any of
take away
us
the
was-
sun, I should have been a shadow monk.
Yeah. Teleport everywhere.
Yeah.
We'll find a skill tone. You can become a shadow monk.
I mean, the problem is that I was planning on using that to become part mercy monk.
He needs healing abilities.
You do yourself.
Got
What do you
him.
mean? I've only gone unconscious once. Miss, I've died
What?
twice.
I
I
know what you
mean,
mean.
he's not wrong, you know?
I've only done.
Has he gone?
You
It
know,
hasn't only been once.
I'm
I
counting
don't know
the
anymore.
her being shunted in the past and being in limbo
You can't
for
be going.
centuries as a
No,
death as well.
I'm questioning
The
the
floor would like
lane only
to
going down
call
one.
into question who put her
Oh.
there.
Yes, it's only been once against the
You
dragon.
traumatized me.
Damn, the only time you've gone down, I wasted my healing hands on you.
Yep.
Yep.
To be fair, you did that so I would take more damage.
I mean, I also did that so that you didn't just like straight up die.
Woman's
I
got a
think
point.
I think
Yeah,
was 2 to
Virtue,
1.
you know, Virtue and Zane have this weird relationship going on. You know, like I feel like this campaign is going to end up with two very strong religions, very much opposed to one another.
Oh yeah.
This
And
can be
then
a
it'll go
religion
over
war.
and I'm ascending to godhood like, yo, fucking sort it out amongst yourself. I got bigger plans.
He's like goblins rule, you know, like be like horde of goblins taking over the countryside. And you're like, be good and wonderful.
When you
Here
were
comes
saying
the stick of merciful knocking people out.
when
Beating the shit out of them.
You know what? I'm gonna make that quarterstaff
Yeah.
not have the ability to do lethal damage unless there's no other choice.
Unless it's goblins.
when
Be
you
more
said
Unless
specific,
that
unless
goblins
the
unless
were
spirit of the
there's-
quarterstaff can be convinced that there's no other option.
That's fair. It's okay. If you're creative, there's a lot of things you can do to deter people from future bad actions that don't involve killing them.
Yeah. You can just
Torchman
repeatedly
done.
beat the fuck out of them.
Or take their cheese.
You could also permanently maim them.
Not on board
Still
them.
You know,
alive, they're
limit
just
their
missing an
capacity
arm.
for evil is what we call.
Or maybe
Welcome to the lawful evil. You're technically not breaking the law, but man, you're sort of being a dick.
Remove the
just
liver.
because you don't have
See,
arms
I feel
or
like
legs
intentionally
or a
disfiguring
tongue.
people that were evil would fall under chaotic good.
Still
No,
something vital,
it's
but
more
that's
you're
important.
maliciously complying with the law.
Oh yeah, that part is
That's lawful
definitely
evil.
lawful evil.
That is Marchione's favorite brand.
What you see here at subsection.
Well, I didn't kill him. Him bleeding out was the cause of his death. I gave him some bandages. He had every opportunity to save himself.
Yeah,
In
totally.
the end, skill issue.
Real issue. Your Honor, I'd like to dismiss this trial on the grounds of skill issue.
The guy's mad he gets ganked. You're like, no, 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 no. Listen, that's a skill issue. Dismissed. So, I think we'll probably call it there, unless you guys have any last minute shopping you want to do.
I
I
have
do
no
not.
monies.
Yeah, you guys are pretty broke.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a whole lot as far as like
It's
raw
almost like
money
we've just been
goes.
going from raid to raid to raid with a very little break.
I gave
Yeah,
all my
but
money
like you
to
should get money
Mariella.
from that.
You would think.
That we do. It's looting bodies and stealing treasure.
I
I mean,
gave
we
all my
really
money to
haven't gotten all
Mariella.
that much money to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
you've gotten like
but
items, not money.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
right.
Let's be
You
real,
just
we would
changed
just turn
that.
around and use the money to buy items.
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's what money's for.
Also, progress on the jet. Ooh, fancy.
no
Underside's coming along
clouds.
too.
Oh, I also got this here box. It's called Missing Loot. If you
Miss and
if you
Lou.
miss loot, you can use his property once a day to get it. I think.
I think.
You can walk in that chest room.
Roll insight.
That sounds like a Luke Goblins.
Let's go.
Can I also roll insight?
Sure.
26.
Wow.
Okay. So he thinks it's real.
Is he operating on orc logic?
Okay, does that work with a K or a C?
Hey, the proper orcs.
So is that with a K or a C?
I said proper orcs.
Some people's
Look,
got
this
different
ain't
opinions of
fucking
what that
Age of
is.
Sigmar. This ain't Oryx. This isn't fantasy. It's not orcs. It's fucking proper 40k orcs.
Yeah.
I rolled all your D100 you could ever want.
Remove them. Or I will take away your ability to use dice.
It has been removed.
Surprised you haven't already taken away his ability to use dice.
That's on
I'm
you.
very merciful, apparently.
What do you
Apparently.
mean?
Yeah,
He
I was
must have
wondering if you
always
even
had
had the
used
ability.
Yeah, of course I
not.
do. It's in the options. Yeah, I did it like 2 batches ago.
Okay.
He enjoys
It's been a
my
hot minute
antics.
since I've actually looked very closely at Tailspire
Yeah.
on my DM side.
Yeah.
He enjoys my antics. So I'm allowed to.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure. Yep.
That's the word for it.
Certainly
That's
a
so
word
many
for it.
words.
That's a word you can use.
That is definitely a phrase that could potentially be
Yeah.
used in certain situations.
If you guys want to continue playing, we can, but I'm gonna have to do it via mostly improv, and I'm gonna have you guys roll and shit like that. If you guys want to have like the rest of the time for a spa day or something like that while I'm driving, I can do that.
Nah, don't worry about it. You should focus on driving if you're driving somewhere.
Oh, I mean, I'm just gonna be on the highway for 4 hours, so it's not really a big deal.
I mean, Theo, you and I both know that anyone on the highway, fucking, their brain elects to shut off and they forget how to fucking drive.
Yeah. I know that as well. My
Don't
driveway
forget
is on the
also the
highway.
potential of insurance scammers who will like to swoop and squat on you and try and brake check you going 80.
Yeah, facts.
Plus, generally, phone mics kind of suck.
I have a client at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Mm.
So I
Ouch.
am more than happy to end here.
Hey, yeah.
All right, well, that's
I'm
fine.
still
I'm getting
painting my
I'm getting
miniatures.
ready and everything. So
Good luck.
Have a safe drive.
all right, let me go ahead and end the recording. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day.